Hey guys, what is up? My name is Alant. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna stream. Today we are gonna, watch party of Sentinels versus NRG, MIBR versus Crew. Today is gonna be a long stream. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Praveen Mahajan, first like, bro. Congratulations on getting the first like. तब तक अभी actually आधा घंटा है उसमें, तो why not, चलो मैं थोड़ी देर में आता हूँ गाइज, तब तक ये स्ट्रीम चलती रहेगी, आता हूँ। भाई आज का मैच क्रेजी होने वाला है। हाँ भाई वैभव सही बोल रहा है। ब्रो खाना खाया नहीं यार, अभी तो नहीं खाया। खाने का मन है, मैं सोच रहा हूँ बाहर से कुछ मंगा लूँ। मैं पहले सोच रहा था कि घर पे बना है, लेकिन मैं सोच रहा हूँ बाहर से खा लूँ, बट पता नहीं, आई डोंट नो। 3 MB यस ब्रो अगेंस्ट ट्रू ब्रो प्रवीण महाजन। ओके थोड़ा थोड़ा वेट कर लेते हैं, ठीक है। मैं जरा कोई वीडियो देखनी है क्या चैट? तुम्हें कोई वीडियो देखनी है तो रिकमेंड कर दो, हम एक साथ बैठ के देख लेंगे यहाँ पर। तब तक 20 मिनट है हम पे। अबे यूजुअली अभी तक ना वो आ जाता है सब, क्या कहते हैं वो, हलंत फैन बॉय। आया नहीं वो अभी तक। बिजी हो मे बी, ट्रू, कुड बी। हेलो ब्रो, सॉरी मैं स्ट्रीम नहीं देख पाऊंगा, बट लाइक करके जा रहा हूँ, कल स्कूल है। अरे नो भाई, मैं कोई नहीं बोलता कि तुम्हें हर रोज मेरे साथ स्ट्रीम देखने की जरूरत है। ओनली वॉच इट इफ यू आर अवेलेबल, एंड ओनली वॉच इफ यू आर जेन्युइनली यू डू वांट टू, मतलब अगर स्कूल है, स्कूल इज इम्पोर्टेंट, जस्ट वॉच दैट। ब्राउन वाइट देख लो, ब्राउन वाइट देखना है। हाँ ब्राउन वाइट देखा है मैंने। ओ नई वीडियो आई है, वैलोरेंट मुंबई। हाँ सब्सक्राइब करोगे, वैलोरेंट मुंबई सर्वर एक्सपीरियंस।
दो खून में भी
पहले देख लेते हैं इसका कोई कॉपीराइट लगा है नहीं। नो कॉपीराइट्स।
भाई सेम से आया क्या?
क्या बोल रहा है?
अगर दो खून कर दिए तो दो खून में भी भाई सेम से आया क्या?
क्या बोल रहा है?
अगर दो खून कर दिए तो जैसे पहले किल खून में किल कह रहा हूँ, खून में सजा
लेकिन
किल कह रहा हूँ।
मैं तिहाड़ जेल जाके पूछना होगा भाई तुम्हारा केडी कितना है फिर बात करना मेरे से।
केडी कितना है?
लाइफ सेंटेंस लाइफ
चल भाई भूख लग रही, स्नैक्स लेकर आया। हाँ लेके आओ लेके आओ, रुक जाओ अभी जीत से मंगवाएंगे। हमारा ऑफिशियल बावर्ची। वो वीएलटी में वो नहीं है स्लाइडी, वो कौन है? वो नहीं है, वो भाई नहीं है, वो क्या नाम है उसका? मनोज भाई।
मोहन
मनोज
मनोज भाई मनोज भाई ओनर है।
ओनर है साले।
मनोज भाई खाना बनाते हैं।
सॉरी अन्ना, सॉरी सॉरी।
मेरे को लगा सॉरी।
अरे पीछे से क्या?
अरे 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 लॉन्ग 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 चुमिया दे रहे एक दूसरे को भाई हम।
हो क्या रहा है?
मेरे को लगा हमारी टीम में हार्बर कब आया। मैं तो मार ही नहीं रहा ना, वो मेरे को मार रहा है।
इसको हील चाहिए 14
हीलर हीलर हीलर
मैं दूं?
30 seconds.
अरे मर गया
भाई
मेरे को नहीं पता था इतने लो है। मुझे नहीं पता था इतने लो है।
भाई
कर रहा हूँ।
नाइस रे, ये हिल दे।
हिल गया।
सॉरी सॉरी सॉरी।
मार
भाइयों की बाकी सब नॉट ओपी। अरे वाह,
भोसड़ी के।
क्या हो गया?
मैं भी
हो
गया।
गया।
फिर हो गया, फिर हो गया। मैं तो चूतिया बन गया इस पूरे राउंड में।
guys 9 likes हो गए। थैंक यू guys for 10 likes, sorry 10 likes हो गया। थैंक यू guys for reaching the like goal।
ये चल के रहा हूं
पापा कहते मेरे से चूतिया।
भाई बहन से चूत करिया भाई,
पूरे राउंड चूतिया करिया भाई।
3 दिन से चैनल का नाम भाई बीटी बाबा बड़े लग
बाबा
रहा
की
है।
स्टोरी देखी गुड मॉर्निंग वाली?
पता नहीं क्या था भाई। हेलो, हाँ कहाँ पे हो? बाहर हो?
गाना बनाने के ढाबे पे।
क्या बाहर?
बोल बोल बोल, बिरानी बोला गाना बनाने के ढाबे पे।
हेलो ब्रो हलंत फैन। अरे हम तेरी याद कर रहे थे भाई, हम बोल रहे हलंत फैन बॉय का है भाई, अभी तक यूजुअली आ जाता है, अब आदत सी पड़ गई है हलंत फैन बॉय की। अरे आ गया, देख अभी तेरी बात चल रही थी। भाई ब्रो हर रोज आता है, हर स्ट्रीम पे आता है, जस्ट लाइक 3MV। 3MV हमेशा शाम वाली स्ट्रीम पे आता है। आई नो माय व्यूअर्स ब्रो, व्यूअर्स। थैंक यू भाई। अरे नो प्रॉब्लम भाई। आई लव यू टू ब्रो।
वीरानी कह
नो
रहा
होमो।
गाँव मराने के ढाबे पे बैठे हो।
क्या बोला?
कह
कुछ
रहे
बोला गंदा।
कह रहे हैं वहाँ वीरानी भी देखा लेटा पड़ा था।
यार
कम से कम 4 किल पे तो नहीं हूँ मैं यार। कम से कम 4 किल पे तो नहीं हूँ। नहीं हूँ कम से कम।
राजस्थान में रह के लड़की बोल रही है। सॉरी ले गए
भाई
को
पकड़े हैं भाई।
खा गया।
इसके साथ साथ ईयर का भी करवा देना ना, ईयर टी
ले ये रहा
अबे कहाँ आ रहा है?
ये रहा
अबे कहाँ तू इधर आ रहा?
ये रहा
मादरचोद।
Spike planted.
छोटी, क्या मैंने ऊपर है? कुछ मार के नहीं ले। रेस करियो। राइट साइड है।
बाबा
अरे भाई अल्ट मारनी थी मेरे को यार।
रुक
भाई तेरी स्ट्रीम कैसे मिस कर सकता हूँ मैं?
मारो।
अरे थैंक यू लॉयल व्यूअर भाई, लॉयल व्यूअर।
हो जाता तो
बॉल एंड रेस।
मेरे को
नाइस, गुड। अब तेरा राउंड है।
A few moments later.
रीलोड करने गया था, रीलोड ठीक है।
मेरे को रैप करो, कवर दो।
नहीं गोटी भाई मुझे करना, इसे मत करना गोटी भाई मुझे।
गौरव भाई मुझे
गोटी भाई।
गौरव भाई मेरे के जाता है।
एक मारा, मेरे को कर दो। बढ़िया।
अरे
लाल फूल नीला फूल हलंत भाई।
मेरे को करना
लाल फूल नीला फूल हलंत भैया बूटी।
ओह माय गॉड।
लूलू क्या है?
बीमेन एक
ए माइक पास लो यार गोटी।
क्या बोला भाई ये? लाल फूल नीला फूल हलंत भाई बूटी फूल।
भाई ये क्या?
एक बीमाइन
एक बी माइन ओके।
उसने माइक बोला, मैंने बीमाइन बोल दिया।
अबे यार किसका क्या देख रहा? ब्राउन वॉइड का है वैलोरेंट बुबई भाई, बहुत फनी है बंदा।
बाबा कुछ
ऐसी टाइप की वीडियो बनाता, बट मेरे जो फ्रेंड्स हैं वो फनी नहीं है। मजाक कर एक्चुअली ऐसी टाइप की वीडियो बनाने की सोच रहा हूँ मैं। अभी स्ट्रीम कर रहा है ना, तो उससे हाइलाइट्स निकाल के बना दूंगा मैं।
हाँ ना भाई।
बीच।
अच्छा ओके, सिर्फ बस इसको
हाँ
ऐसे ही और ये भी लिख दिया तूने।
हाँ ऐसे ही।
ओके
आप बता दो यू एग्री।
सही कह रहा।
भोसड़ी वालों मेरे को भी बताओ ना,
अरे
अकेले देख रहे हो?
नहीं
अबे अभी
बताएंगे।
नहीं, हाँ अभी तू स्ट्रीम कर रहा, अभी नहीं
हम
दिखाऊंगा।
नहीं बताएंगे तुझे, हम नहीं बता रहे जा।
अरे बताओ ना यार बाबा यार।
Stream
नहीं
के
बताएंगे
बाद।
जा।
बताओ यार बाबा, ऐसा मत करो यार। बाल मत करना यार।
प्लीज बोलो।
प्लीज।
नहीं बताता जा।
स्ट्रीम स्नाइप वाली से तो बहुत कंटेंट बनेगा। हाँ। हलन फैन बॉय कह रहा ब्रो कैसे हो?
कुत्ते बहन तेरे पीछे आ रहा था वो, बैठ कर लो तेरे पीछे आ रहा था, मेरे पीछे क्यों आए ये?
स्लाइडली।
मादर
अरे भाई आपसे बात कर रहा है शिव, वो आपसे बात कर रहा है।
तेरे को हील मैं तोड़ देता उसको कुत्ते मादर।
सॉरी भाई।
तुमको कुछ ऐसी चीजें दिखाऊंगा तुमने न देखी होंगी और न सुनी।
अरे मर गई।
अरे भाई ये रिवाइव देगा, फिर से मरेगा अभी ये।
ये पिछले मैच का बदला डेविल भाई। ये पिछले मैच का बदला।
भोसड़ी कुत्ते।
ये पिछले मैच का बदला।
भाई
हां मेरे नहीं रहने ले
नंबर का कुत्ता है, भेड़ का साला।
ये पिछले मैच का बदला।
अकले लग गई ना मेरे में।
नंबर क्या तू दूध बोल रहा हूँ, मूत पी रहा है।
छूत पी
चेम्बर तो
बोला तो राघव क्यों नहीं मानते भाई मैं तो मान चुका एट दिस पॉइंट भाई आई डोंट नो। अबे भाई
मैं अपनी मम्मी की गांड मरवा ले भोसड़ी खाना खा रहा हूं भोसड़ी का खाना नहीं खा सकता
क्या कह रहे मम्मी गाड़
अरे भाई उदयन अरे उदमगन वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई कैसा है आलू भाई मेक श्योर टू लाइक द स्ट्रीम जितनी आईडी है उससे लाइक कर। केला तेरे पे भी तो एक म्यूजिक वाली आईडी थी ना एक तरह वो म्यूजिक बीट्स वाली आईडी उससे लाइक कर।
अबे कहां अल्ट पे बहन
उससे आता है उससे आता है टू टेल यू सैड न्यूज़ वेरी सैड न्यूज़ मैंने गलती से सर्वर का हमारा वर्ल्ड डिलीट हो गया हमारी सारी मेहनत गायब कहाँ से जानता है अबे अरे भाई है उदयन हमारा ना माइनक्राफ्ट वर्ल्ड डिलीट हो गया यार बहुत ही बुरा
ये
हुआ है।
15 लोग तो पीछे से आ रहे हैं मेरे उठाते अल्टा मेरे पे अल्टा मेरे पे
पीछे रहे गौरव पीछे रहे गौरव पीछे रहे चलो
अरे ऐसे नहीं घुसते मार
ओ भाई अरे भाई
भाई
जो स्प्रे हवा है भाई
शुक्र उठा दिया भाई
राघव कहाँ से जानता है तो हमें पर्सनली नहीं जानता सैड बेडरॉक नॉइजेस शिट हाँ यार वो वर्ल्ड डिलीट हो गया स्ट्रीम से ही देखा है। अबे जो मेरे को केला इसने बताया ना हलंत फैनबॉय ने कि हमें पर्सनली नहीं जानता इसने हमारी सारी स्ट्रीम मेरी बहुत सारी वीडियोस बिंज करी है एफके स्क्वाड वाली देखी है उससे जानता है। इसने वो वाली वीडियो देखी होगी हमारी जो वो जिसमें मैंने वो नहीं करा था इंट्रोड्यूसिंग केला वाली वो रुको मैं अपनी पुरानी वीडियो देखता है रुको पुरानी वीडियो लगाता रुक जाओ मीट द स्क्वाड हाँ मीट द स्क्वाड वाली का है वो दिस इज आवर वैलोरेंट स्क्वाड हाँ वेट बीटी दे दी अरे बट उदयन सुन वी हैव अ वो क्या कहते हैं आई हैव अ गुड वो क्या कहते हैं गुड न्यूज मैं भी आया था आपके वर्ल्ड में सुन आई एम क्रिएटिंग अ न्यू सर्वर तू मैं मोहरा गोटी डीके और ये सभी आएंगे सभी खेलेंगे सब बोल रहे थे माइनक्राफ्ट खेलने के लिए बोलते हाँ भाई माइनक्राफ्ट खेलने का मन कर रहा चलो खेलते हैं और केला भी बोल रहा था तो नया वर्ल्ड बनाते हैं और खेलते हैं चलो यार ये वीडियो देखते हैं पुरानी वीडियो भाई राम कितनी गंदी एडिटिंग है उफ confuse the enemy life advance wing paper vision snorts the enemy उद्यान का सबसे बुरा था बेचारे का ये देखो यार नीचे get this man some friends seriously he's really lonely shit यार हम भी वीडियो में फीचर हो गए उफ भाई जो म्यूजिक इज फन लॉल या इट इज कोई नहीं वैल की बॉडी बन गई है अब बन जाएंगे जिम ब्रोस कोई नहीं भाई बॉडी बन गई है अबे भाई वो इतने टाइम से जिम नहीं किया उसकी वापस बॉडी पतली हो गई है ये बहुत लंबा रखा था मैंने पार्ट कम रखा जेट रियल लाइफ में प्रपोज ओ मेरी शक्ल रुक जाओ चैट मतलब शक्ल सेम लग रही है बट सी द डिफरेंस भाई साहब आई गॉट हॉट करेगी तो क्या करोगे मतलब हॉट तो नहीं लगता मैं लेकिन बट बेटर आई एम सो बेटर लुकिंग रुक जा तो क्या करोगे अगर जेट रियल लाइफ में प्रपोज करेगी तो क्या करोगे मना कर दूंगा
One enemy remaining.
ले जा इन्हें ले जा
स्कैप क्रिंज दिख रहा अपने आंखों के अंदर वही भाई पुराना स्प्लिट अरे 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 छी अबे भाई
Defenders win.
अच्छा हाँ ये ओ आई रिमेम्बर, ये अपोनेंट्स हमें लाइव वो कर रहे थे, स्ट्रीम स्नाइप कर रहे थे और उसके बाद भी हार गए थे। और उसके बाद भी क्या कहते हैं ये, फिर इन सब ने मेरी स्ट्रीम ज्वाइन करी थी और सब्सक्राइब करा था। आई रिमेम्बर दीस गाइस।
यहाँ बस यहीं होल्ड कर, यहीं कर। अरे भाई तू पिक क्यों देता है?
ओह
पिक
आई
क्यों देता है
रिमेम्बर
तू? यार हिंदी नहीं आती पता गौतम, हिंदी आती है समझ? साइंस है ना, पीसीएम वाला है ना, तो इंग्लिश भी आनी चाहिए, हिंदी भी आनी चाहिए, दोनों आनी चाहिए। लेकिन नहीं, साला गधा पीक देगा जरूर जब मैं बोलूं हाँ देख वहां मत देख वहीं जाएगा। हाँ साला अलग
भाई। उफ नॉस्टैल्जिया भाई, कितना रेज करता था मैं। आज मैंने उतना ही ऐसा ही रेज मैंने उस पे भी किया, पहाड़ी पे ऐसे ही आते रहते। पहले खेला यार, काफी टाइम हो गया भाई, मैं तो हर रोज खेल रहा हूँ आजकल। आ जाया कर, 5 स्टैक करता हूँ। उफ
ब्रिज वहां पे आएगा तेरे वहां पे।
कहाँ? अब बता रहा जब मैं वहां पहुंच गया हूँ हैं? मैं निकल गया वहां पर, जैसे ही वहां पहुंचा बोल रहा हाँ वहां आएगा।
बताने चाहिए था वो सब मरा।
तो तू भी तो मरा था, तेरे को जब पता था तो।
मैं ब्रिज
तेरे को पता, रुक जा ब्रिज से नहीं मरा था, लेकिन तेरे को लोकेशन पता थी ना।
भाई मैं बच्चा लग रहा हूँ कितना। और मैं कुत्ते वाले बीम वाले लगा रखे हैं भाई।
अरे तो
तेरे को लोकेशन पता थी हाँ या ना?
मैं हर बार लियो पे क्यों करता था रेज?
पता थी अलग ही, फिर भी
आंखें देख भाई अपनी, कितना रो रहा नहीं भाई। मैं बताता हूँ दैट वो जो डार्क सर्कल्स है ना, वो दोस्त वर बिकॉज मैं हर रोज स्ट्रीम करता था रातों रात 3 साढ़े 3 बजे तक। तुम्हें भी याद है भाई कितना स्ट्रीम करता था मैं, और सोता था 5-6 घंटे, और उसके बाद बस सुबह उठ के फिर से स्ट्रीम। भाई आई वाज ऑन दैट ग्राइंड।
जल्दी थोड़ी जाएगी ये नहीं पता
भाई। सब ने ऑपरेटर ले लो, सब ले लो ऑपरेटर। ये लो तू ले ऑपरेटर, सब लो ऑपरेटर, ले लो मुंह में ऑपरेटर।
भाई बोल भी रहे हो लोग
यार
पीछे से आवाज आ रही है केटी वाली।
भाई जब भी हम 6-0 या 13-0 आते थे, स्मर्फ है आगे वाले, स्मर्फ है।
हर बंदा देख रहा ऑपरेटर साला जैसे चाइनीज मार्केट में बिक्री होगी इनके सामने वाले।
बैक पे ग्रेनाइड 4 ऑर्ब्स। हां
हमारे लिए ना 4500 की मिलती है, इनके लिए 2000 की मिलती होगी ऑपरेटर। सब ये देख ये ऑपरेटर
यहाँ पे रहना
ऑपरेटर
पे गैराज पे ओमे
भाई कितना गंदा खेलता हूं मैं, कितना गंदा खेलता हूं।
क्या मतलब क्या?
के पीछे से भी आ गया।
भाई ये मैच चलेगी, फन है भाई, फन है। हार रे फन गोयल तू पता नहीं है ना।
उफ गोयल भी तो कब गोयल इज टू बिजी टू
डिफरेंट मैच में बैठा है।
गोयल इज टू बिजी टू प्ले वैलो विद अस मैन। ओजीएफ के स्क्वाड 90% आ चुकी है उदमगन और गोयल के अलावा।
अलग फन हो रखा है इसलिए गेम।
क्यूट तो है, क्यूट है बे। कहां अबे यार, कहां है यार?
क्या भाई तू?
अरे गोयल भाई की याद दिला दी।
हाँ नहीं लिनाइडस की बात सुनो। उद्यन आएगा हमारा बेस्ट प्लेयर भाई आएगा और हम जीतने लग जाएंगे भयंकर। उद्यन नहीं है इसलिए हम नहीं
भाई
गराज भी बैठे रहे
अपन लॉकडाउन का हेड बॉय। हाँ भाई वाओ कितना गंदा ऑफ शॉट मिस कर रहे हैं हम। उफ बैक व्हेन वी हैड नो स्किन्स बाय द वे। ओह शिट मैन।
जीत ये बंदा क्या पूछ रहा है ये बंदा?
यार ये मेरी टी शर्ट का है यार, ये मेरे को टी शर्ट पसंद थी, कहाँ गई यार?
बंदे ने अभी क्या बोला? मतलब ये पूछना चाह रहा है मैं किस चीज।
3MV कौन है भाई? अच्छा 3MV मेरा सब्सक्राइबर। लेकिन मैं पूछूंगा भाई 3MV मतलब तू हमारे को स्कूल वगैरह में जानता है या मतलब आई डोंट, मतलब मेरे को भी याद नहीं आ रहा, मतलब रियल लाइफ में जानते हैं क्या हम एक दूसरे को? तेरा रियल नाम क्या है?
हाँ अब बंदे को फैंटम, अब देखो भाई बंदा फैंटम नहीं फैंटम मांग रहा।
हाँ तो दे दो।
हट साले।
नहीं
हट।
मैं आपके स्कूल में था जूनियर। नाम क्या है?
जबरदस्ती मैं लेना भी नहीं चाह रहा था लेकिन ना क्या बड़ा या क्या
क्रिंज आ रहा है भाई। कुछ क्लिप्स अच्छी थी, जेन्युइनली अच्छी थी, और कुछ क्लिप्स को देख के क्रिंज आ रहा है।
सब शांत रहना। रुको। क्या? नहीं क्या क्या
भाई कितना
ये
कितना
बंदा
पर
प्लांट दे रहा ये
अरमान परवा। अच्छा हाँ तो 100 मिल का था। हाँ 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 ठीक है, याद आ गया याद आ गया।
ये
ओ भाई
ये क्या हो रहा है
लियोने उस बंदे को देखा और पीछे यू टर्न मार गया।
ऑपरेशन देखा आपने?
अबे
हाँ हेडशॉट है भाई, मजा आ गई।
मैं हेवन देखता हूँ।
अरे अरे अरे
बैक स्टैप के लगाया था नहीं, ओमन की आदत हो गई थी।
आहा
मैं बेटर हूँ
भाई, मैंने वो भी डाल रखे अपने बेटर की। देख रहा हूँ मोन्टाज की कितना बढ़िया खेल रहा हूँ मैं।
स्मोक के अंदर
इधर से निकल आजा, मजा आएगा।
पीछे बैक
वाओ कितना स्लो हूँ भाई मैं। इतना स्लो रिएक्शन, इतनी देर में ऑपरेटर लगा रहा हूँ इंस्टेड ऑफ पिस्टल। उफ, एंड आई वंडर व्हाई वी वर ब्रॉन्ज/सिल्वर। वेट, दैट शॉट वाज एक्चुअली नाइस। उसके आपके बारे में पता चला था गिव अवे के टाइम से। हाँ गिव अवे, ओ आई शुड डू अ गिव अवे, अब पैसे भी है। क्रिंजी बच्चे एक्चुअली ट्रू।
अरे अरे अरे
ये देख ये देख ये देख।
दियो भाई,
वाह
दियो ओपी भाई,
जेन
दियो
ओ भाई ये भी शॉट अच्छा था, जेन्युइनली नाइस शॉट्स भाई।
फिर भी मारिया इसको।
भाई ओहो आहा
भाई की
यार
वो मेरे को लगा एस है। ये तो दो दूसरी सेपरेट क्लिप थी।
अरे नहीं उसने अभी लिटरली साइड
ओहो ओल्ड स्प्लिट
डेड
ओ
देखा वन टैब
भाई भाई ये शॉट तो देखना पड़ेगा। ओह आई वाज क्लीन विद इट
वन टैब
भाई। उफ,
विनोद ओपी
भाई क्या शॉट था
मेरी चैट में से विनोद स्पैम
भाई। क्रॉसर कितना बड़ा है।
ब्रीच आएगा।
मार दे
ए रुको रुको रुको, वीडियो में देखना वहाँ फ्लैश हो रहा है, मैं रियल लाइफ में सर डॉज कर रहा
चैट
हूँ।
में से विनोद
ये
spam
देखो
हो
ब्रीच आएगा।
मार दे
अभी आज तक स्ट्रीमर की चैट में बिना
Head.
भाई
रहा। हेड ही पेल रहा, पता नहीं क्यों गंदे।
क्या है वो
बे यार जल्दी निकल।
One enemy remaining.
कहाँ है आखिरी? कोई नहीं कोई नहीं कोई नहीं कोई नहीं कोई नहीं कोई नहीं
नीचे नीचे
कोई नहीं।
अरे कोई
चुप रहो ना, बोल रहा मैं।
Swarm grenade out.
लेट्स गो।
इतना मजा आता है।
बोल रहा था मैं।
है ना
अरे इसने लगे
प्रवीण महाजन, विनोद मेरे से ज्यादा तो जीत के क्लिप मेरे से ज्यादा तो जीत के क्लिप्स है एक्चुअली। हाँ ट्रू, तेरे को मेन उसमें डाल दिया लेकिन जीत क्लिप ज्यादा है।
ये भी सब
केला का तो क्लिप ही नहीं है भाई।
Placing swarm grenade.
स्पाइक लेके आजा जल्दी कोई।
अबे,
तू खुले में मैं
कवर
बढ़िया।
तो दे उसे।
क्या कवर दूं अभी? मैं
क्या
camp
cover
करके
दूं
position
भाई?
अपनी बैठा हूँ।
गलत कवर कैंप कर रहा हूँ।
गोल तू वहाँ देख रहा है ना, मिड लॉन्ग से आ रहा है वो।
क्रॉसहेयर प्लेसमेंट भाई।
Last player
अरे लो
standing.
है काफी।
Swarm grenade out.
भाई आई रिमेम्बर व्हेन केजे जब आई थी ना, किसी को आता ही नहीं था भाई ब्रॉन्ज सिल्वर में, क्योंकि डॉज ही नहीं करता था भाई।
बेवकूफ की तरह लग जाते हैं सब।
खेलना छोड़ा, अब क्या करेगा।
Good. Turret destroyed.
आप फ्रीलांसिंग करते हो? हाँ भाई करता तो। God damn, old videos man. Oh, ये तो देखना पड़ेगा। I found the best player in Valorant भाई। I found the best player in Valorant.
जो दो लोग आ रहे के लव यू
Oh my god, that hairstyle, that mustache, bro.
I don't love you. Fuck you. I love you only if you're subscribed to HALANT.
Ah, promotion.
क्या नाम है? सेज उससे ज्यादा है श्राउड से।
तुम्हारे रेणा कसम से मुंह फोड़ दे।
I still have that reaction.
रेणा
दैट जोक तुमको दिखाने के लिए आई
Made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be.
हो गई अरे गेम स्टार्ट हो गई मैं वैंगर यो ब्रो यो व्हाट्सएप वेलकम टू
व्हाट्सएप तो हम देते ही नहीं सर किसी को ऑनलाइन स्ट्रीम पे तो बिल्कुल नहीं कॉल आउट माय नेम वाह भाई
आई भाई उफ Oh god damn, I know this was dark, bhai. This was dark.
हो गया
This is toxic high. अरे संस्कार भाई welcome to the stream. Oof. What?
Yesterday you told me about the blue sky and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon.
Stream शुरू हुई क्या? अभी होने वाली है. भाई कितना cringe था लेकिन मैं. चलो खत्म करो भाई नहीं हो रही. उफ चलो एनर्जी वर्सेस वो अभी भी 2 मिनट है शुरू होने में एनर्जी वर्सेस सेंटिनल्स का पहला मैच है लेट्स गो गाइस वी गॉट दिस तुम मजा आएंगे ओके भाई एप्पल का ऐड आ जाएगा पहले तो टीसी आ रहे आजा भाई गाने तो बढ़िया चल रहा है भाई रियान उपाध्याय रियान वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम मैन हाउ आर यू ब्रो स्ट्रीम कब तक है तब तक है जब तक मेरी वो जब तक ये चलेगा ये वाली स्ट्रीम चलेगी तो डिस्कॉर्ड आ जा भाई उद्यन मगन भाई गाने तो बढ़िया चलाते हैं भाई ये गाना तू बजा रहा नहीं है स्ट्रीम का है इनका वीसीटी अमेरिका वालों का नाम डूड भाई मस्त ट्रैक है शज़ैम कर ले शज़ैम आईफोन है ना तेरे पे स्ट्रीम में पहले जा और प्रवीण बाय ब्रो मैं सोने जा रहा हूँ भाई इसके आवाज को चलो सुनो बाय ब्रो मैं सोने जा रहा हूँ गुड नाइट ब्रो गुड नाइट प्रवीण थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग द स्ट्रीम बाय बाय सी यू टुमारो
Sentinels look damn near unbeatable. And then it all came crashing down when they met up against Envy. And a lot has changed since then. My hairline for one of those. But of course, Mimi, you're now able to vote.
Finally, I can
all right. But here's the thing. Tens is going to be facing off against that Envy core here today. Jokes aside, this is going to be an interesting clash of these two styles here.
Yeah, this match was kind of the end of the Sentinels.
कल कॉलेज आ रहा है हाँ भाई आ जाऊंगा
Valorant 2020 into 2021. This team was winning absolutely everything. And after a win of Reykjavik, losing this match against Envy at Berlin, getting knocked out. This is when I think the Envy core that became Optic, that has now become NRG, became the best team in North America and basically carried that banner all the way to now. Being the best place.
Let's go Sentinels for the win. HALANT fanboy number 1 by welcome back by Sentinels. I want Sentinels to win. I really want Sentinels to win. I really do. Sentinels जीतनी चाहिए. भाई अभी Sentinels का जो करंट वो चल रहा है ना मतलब बहुत ही बेइज्जती हो रही है भाई जब भी जीतते हैं उसके बाद हारने लग जाते हैं भाई तो मतलब बहुत टाइम से जीते ही नहीं आफ्टर मास्टर्स रेक्यविक जो फर्स्ट हुआ था जो भाई द ओजी वो तब से जीते ही नहीं है भाई पेनकाडा और सासी, पेनकाडा सासी और वो जैकन, भाई क्या बढ़िया खेलते हैं। जैकन एक छोटा बच्चा सा भाई, क्या मस्त खेलता है लेकिन।
Yeah, absolutely.
बहुत
When
ही
you're
बढ़िया
in a
खेलता
team,
है।
it's like I don't know. You interpret time the same way as like a baby. time feels a lot longer. You know, when you're earlier into your infancy, the team had been around for such a short amount of time that even just a couple months means so much to that squad. And having only
और अभी जो करंटली एनआरजी की टीम है वो तो मतलब ज्यादा खास है नहीं। एनआरजी की जो टीम है वो बहुत वो है, क्या बोलूंगा मैं,
not just to mention the time it took to actually get Saucy and Pancata.
I would say not a good, not content creation वाली टीम है, ज्यादा वो खास नहीं है।
I feel like they finally had enough time to make some of the core adjustments they were looking for to find the player comfortability.
Hello Udmagan, कैसा है?
Should this guy be on? Where is this guy's position going to be in the team?
भाई अगर तू मेरे साथ वॉइस चैट में बैठा है तो मेरी स्ट्रीम कौन देखेगा?
देख रहा हूँ।
Kind of playing still some of the controllers you can see him on the Viper here, but also onto the Sentinel roles, allowing him to find more of those lurks and pop off, while Saucy has switched over to the controller role. I think there are some upsides to this. Both these guys.
आप Twitch पे देख रहे हो?
हाँ Twitch पे देख रहा हूँ। Twitch पे क्वालिटी, Twitch पे क्वालिटी बेटर है। Twitch पे क्वालिटी
आगे पीछे होगा मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली हमारा।
तू अच्छा हाँ थोड़ा सा डिले होगा। रुक जा मैं ना डिस्कॉर्ड पे भी स्ट्रीम कर देता हूँ। एक साथ ही देखेंगे।
Def, I think it shows off in there as well, Wyatt, right? Because Def, you know, this guy's coming into it, obviously a pretty decorated IGL, lots of experience under his belt here. This is a tall task for him, but he has been playing some damn good Valorant lately.
Yeah, definitely. When they came into the roster, they were trying a lot of that double duelist stuff, making it easy for Zekin and Tens, keeping those guys comfortable. But what they didn't do initially was have Def on the role that he was on with Exa, which was playing the initiator role.
Bro, noise है ये watch party is content.
Previous scene. And watching him back on that
बोल तो
last
सही रहा है
week
भाई।
I do think was one of the critical factors in
Content तो आसान है।
turning things around. And it's a bit unorthodox to think that you would want to take Saucy off the initiator where he's been one of the best for years, take Pancata off of the Ohm and the controller role. But it actually did end up, I think, working out for them in that game because Def looked more comfortable, I think, leading the team from that position. Yeah. He looks comfortable setting up Zekin from that position. And also just individually, when he was playing the Sentinel earlier with Sentinels this year, he was just not doing anything individually. And in that game against 100 Thieves, he was having his moments too. He found himself in the positions he was in when he was on XSET playing the same role, actually able to get some impact of his own. And because it was a while ago, people, and because no one was watching XSET games and now he's on Sentinels, it's also, people don't really know that I think he actually had a number of like good individual games
Let's
on that
go,
team too.
Udmagan finally back on stream. Halant fanboy bhai. Udmagan is finally back on stream. ले भाई मैंने स्ट्रीम कर दिया। हेलो उद्मगन, अरे ओके।
They're opting to do a dish play with both of the duelists. And if you look, you can see Def right here on this breach roll. His job is to stun the line. You have the Brim dropping a smoke over here as well. So when we go ahead and roll the clip, you see the smoke go in. Zekin gets fault lined actually by the attacking breach. So they step back. And right now, if you take a look, Zekin is actually one orb off of ult. And this is something that 100 Thieves knows very well, right? This is something that Mike drills into these players. So watch Zekin right now tap this orb, fall back into safety. All the meanwhile, Tens is actually supporting him from behind. Def has now jumped up into dish, and they're gonna hold this together. Zekin steps in front of the aftershock, Def supporting, and then they regroup at that moment for the A retake. The A hit comes out of main, and this is the retake they fought for. Zekin gets his ult, and he showstoppers out of the dish now to clear it out. And it's just such a well-played round by both of the duelists. It didn't really catch some of the things that Tens did really well. But here, we actually have Def, who had fallen already in this round. So watch how the duelists this time approach the situation.
Let's go guys. Finally थोड़ी देर में stream शुरू होने वाली है, मतलब the match is gonna start in a few seconds. उसके बाद we'll see Sentinels versus NRG. It's gonna be a great night. Make sure to like, share and subscribe. अपने दोस्तों को share करो. We'll have a watch party. We'll have a fun time here. जो भी बोलना है chat में बोलो. I always read the chat as you guys know.
And this is where TENS shines. This late round situation where all the abilities are gone. He gets these dry fights. He's gonna take both of these players out that come out of heaven.
हाँ ट्रू, ये सही बात बोला एकदम. इसमें जो टेंस है, क्या कहते हैं, जब भी सारी एबिलिटीज खत्म हो जाती है ना, मतलब लाइक एबिलिटी वाला गेम प्ले पूरा खत्म हो जाता है इन दी एंड गेम, जब सबने अपनी एबिलिटी यूटिलाइज कर ली होती है, तब टेंस जब आता है, तब उसकी ड्राई फाइटिंग होती है, मतलब ड्राई पीकिंग एंड मतलब लाइक 1v1 लाइक CS:GO 1v1 विदाउट एनीथिंग. तो तब टेंस तो भाई क्रेजी हो जाता है और उसके बाद मारने लग जाता है बहुत ही बढ़िया.
And you have TENS on the other hand opping. So TENS actually opping main right there. Zekin right here with the showstopper again. And Def with the fault line ready off of TENS contact. So playing the clip, you can see TENS opping this crack, being first contact, and the second he shoots this dog, a fault line actually will come through from 100 thieves. And when that fault line comes through, immediately you can see Def's fault line right there on the ground. Zekin is through the door, and these players on 100 Thieves have nowhere to go. And Zekin cleans them up yet again. So I think if Def can piece together game plans like this time and time again with these double duelists, get Zekin activated, get TENS activated, I think we have a new best team in NA. What do you guys think over there on the desk?
Ooh, bold claim there, but I won't disagree because of what we saw, that coordination. Again, that is really, I think, what Def brings to the table here, and why I said this guy, as an IGL, he had a hell of a game against 100 Thieves. You got to be very satisfied with that.
Yeah, you absolutely do. And a lot of the criticism after week 1 for the team, or even
full screen कर दे और hide members कर दे अपना
Def was struggling. He wasn't finding the stride in calling. He wasn't performing individually. But I think with these role changes and with the team as a whole finding comfort, the double duelist comps give him so many options as an IGL, and that's really freed up Sentinels to have a style that I think makes sense for the players that they have.
Yeah, it is.
By the way, guys, make sure to join my Discord, link in description.
This first matchup touches, as we mentioned before, on one of last year's best rivalries, and both teams are very aware of what the other squad is capable of. So let's actually go ahead and hear what Sassy and Finesse have to say about this matchup.
We face NRG, and I think it's going to be a tough challenge for us. The NRG core that crashes Victor and FNS, it's kind of me and Brian rivals, right? We played against them a lot last year when we were allowed.
Sassy and Pankata were a massive part of why they were able to win against us so consistently. Obviously, we started off the year winning
Sassy,
against them.
let's go!
In Istanbul, I think we beat them, but eventually they came back and beat us in the final. So, I mean, in general, it's just a back and forth between us all of last year, so it's only fair that we play against this year.
I actually think NRG kind of has the same play style, most because of FNS.
Bro, Sassy is a jord. Yeah, true. Sassy बहुत बढ़िया है. Sassy उन्होंने पहले जब Vikings में था ज़्यादा खास नहीं था, but जब से उसमें गया था ना Loud पे बहुत ही बढ़िया था. Champions Trophy.
I mean, it's definitely going to be fun playing against them. They're always very organized players. Very few mistakes are made by them. And in general, that whole team looks strong. They were able to beat 100 Thieves last week. And yeah, it's going to be a fun game overall because we do like playing against their sort of playstyle. I think they are prone to mistakes if we're able to, disrupt them enough.
True, भाई पिछले तूने 100 Thieves versus उसका मैच देखा था?
We need to always read them.
ना पहला मैच है तो मेरा काफी टाइम बाद.
ओ भाई 100 Thieves versus का मैच था, बहुत ही क्लोज मैच थे तीनों मैप, बहुत ही बढ़िया गया था. And like Sentinels बड़ा ही वैसा टेक्निक वाले खेल रही थी और every individual player had मतलब बहुत ही अच्छा खेल रहा था. Plus like TENS का ऐसे पता है क्या स्कोर हो रहा था? 15-7, 15-6. भाई ऐसे ऐसे खेल रहा था. Zekin इतना बढ़िया खेलता है. पेनकार्डा और सासी है ना, दोनों ब्राजीलियन डुओ. उनके जब कॉम्स आ रहे थे भाई, अपने पोर्चुगीज में बात करने लग जा रहे थे, इतना भयंकर ओपी मोड में, लेट देम कुक वाला मूवमेंट. Let them cook.
जीता कौन इनमें से?
Sentinels जीती.
Sentinels अच्छा, ओ Sentinels जीत है.
हाँ, बोल रहा हूँ Sentinels अच्छी हो रखी है इस बार. They're actually playing quite good.
Yeah, it would be. And that Leviathan game was super rough. NRG has had this storyline of the core back when they were optic about being slow starters. They win less than half of their opening matchups, and that's kind of just like.
मैं तो सोचा अगर इनकी जो चैंपियंस वाली या VCT वाली जो लाइनअप थी उसमें क्या होता अगर ये कंटिन्यू करते वैसे.
वही Shazam वगैरह वाली.
Shazam, Shroud, Dapper ये सब.
Shroud was nice actually, but उतना बढ़िया नहीं खेल पा रहा था. मतलब खेल नहीं actually नहीं, sorry Shroud नहीं. हाँ ये साले देख एनर्जी ने एसीयू ले रखा है, कंटेंट एसीयू नहीं, वो कंटेंट क्रिएटर को लेके आ रखे पागल, ईथॉस को लेके आ रखे एज अ सिक्स्थ मैन। एनर्जी पे कोई है ही नहीं भाई, सिक्स्थ मैन एसीयू लेके आ रखे। पूरी उनकी जो टीम है कंटेंट क्रिएशन वाली है।
मुझे वो बड़े अच्छा जैकन नहीं था, कौन था जो अपना टी शर्ट के बिना बैठा रहता था स्ट्रीम करते हुए?
वो अबे वो तो वो है जेल्सिस है, वो Cloud9 में हार गया वो कल मैं कर रहा था वॉच पार्टी, हार गया। श्राउड अभी भी खेल रहा है क्या? नहीं श्राउड आया था बीच में सेंटिनेल्स में और एक मैच खेला था उस, मतलब एक सीरीज के लिए आया था वो सब करने के लिए।
Yeah, that could already be just such an early disadvantage.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, and obviously, right, talking about Lotus and how that NRG team played out of that, you know, makes you wonder whether or not like the same problem can rear.
Shroud is my favorite of all time. Same here, but Shroud is legend भाई, मेरा one of my favorites है actually. Same.
Shroud की PUBG streams देखने में बड़ा मजा आता था।
PUBG streams तो होती थी बढ़िया। भाई एक टाइम पे उसे उसका गेम प्ले एक टाइम पे अभी भी उसका गेम प्ले बहुत बढ़िया है। उसने अभी थोड़े टाइम पहले जब सेंटिनल्स में ही खेल रहा था उसने बहुत अच्छा खेला था। एक उसने 1v3 किया था, बहुत ही बेहतरीन। 1v3 था, 1v4 था ब्रीज
पे।
हाँ 1v4 या 1v3 बहुत ही बेहतरीन भाई। श्राउड स्टिल प्लेज गुड, ही जस्ट डजंट वांट टू प्ले ई स्पोर्ट्स। अब वो अमीर हो चुका है क्योंकि ई स्पोर्ट्स पे बहुत टाइम तुम्हें देना पड़ता है। यू हैव टू कमिट योरसेल्फ टू अ टाइमिंग, सो यू डोंट डू इट।
शज़ैम कहाँ गया था?
शज़ैम हट गया।
that they did perform well on with this same comp, and they got they did a pretty solid job here even despite Artis's raise.
उन्होंने जो नई टीम बनाई है स्टिल सेंटिनेल्स उसके अराउंड ही है बेस्ड।
10s के अराउंड।
हाँ 10s के अराउंड, मतलब 10s के अराउंड भी नहीं है, अब थोड़ा इक्वली है, बट 10s इज स्टिल द स्टार डुएलिस्ट। अबे कब शुरू होगा मैच भाई?
For FNS on the defensive side, he did such a good job of playing for info in the mid round and stacking against these Leviathan site hits that we know they're so.
उद्मगन तूने अपनी दूसरी आईडी से लाइक कर दिया? ओए दिस इज टॉक्सिक संस्कार। ओए अपनी दूसरी आईडी से जा और ये स्ट्रीम लाइक कर। आई नीड टू गेट टू 20 लाइक्स।
Very hard, man. You know, they're going to make that very challenging. But here's the thing. Earlier in the show, guys, we asked y'all if Brazil will
Minecraft खेलेंगे यार आराम से रात को।
आज रात को नहीं यार, मेरे को कल सुबह कॉलेज जाना है।
मैं रात को कभी भी
क्या?
मैं कभी भी रात को ही खेलेंगे, दिन में क्लास होती है पूरे दिन।
अबे दिस इज टॉक्सिक साले। अबे साले क्या भाई, मेरे सारे दोस्त करते हैं, तू भी कर बे कमीने।
It depends on who top frags, really. It depends on who does well in the server.
It depends how the sky is and where the sun is positioned in relation to. That makes a lot of sense.
Give him an honorary Brazilian citizenship. The guy deserves it.
All right, guys. Well, look, coming up after the break, Mimi
हाँ
is
कर रहा हूँ।
actually
Yes,
gonna
good
try
boy.
to sell us a product that could make a team very successful. Question is, will we bite? She's going to step into the spark tank. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you guys on the other side. That sounded ridiculous.
Very good branding.
तीन मिनट और भाई। हद है। गाने तो बहुत बढ़िया बजाते हैं लेकिन ये वैलोरेंट स्ट्रीमर्स। और चैट तब तक बताओ क्या हाल चल रहा है, बातें बताओ अपनी जरा लाइव चैट में। मैच प्रॉपरली 2:30 PA स्टार्ट होगा। 2:30 अभी क्या टाइम हो रहा है? अबे 2:30 बजे। अच्छा मतलब 12:30 देख 16 हुए। हाँ नाइस, थैंक यू फॉर लाइकिंग। अगेंस्ट द नॉर्म, कांट वेट, सेम भाई, कांट वेट यार, इतनी देर से वेट कर रहे हैं इस मैच के लिए। 11:30 से स्ट्रीम शुरू कर दी थी, 1 घंटा हो भी गया भाई। अबे चैट 1 घंटा हो भी गया मेरे को स्ट्रीम शुरू करे हुए, पता भी नहीं चला 1 घंटा हो गया। उफ भाई साहब, पैंकाडा इज अमेजिंग भाई। पैंकाडा आई लव पैंकाडा, आई रियली लाइक पैंकाडा। उद्मगन हेलो, हेलो उद्मगन।
हेलो,
सुन, नया सर्वर स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं ना माइनक्राफ्ट का, तो
हाँ
कल परसों, मतलब ऐसे कल परसों में शुरू कर दूंगा मैं। तू, मैं, शिव,
हाँ।
डीके, गोटी, मोहरा, 6-7 लोग हो जाएंगे ऐसे करके। सर्वर शुरू कर देंगे और सर्वर का नाम क्या कहते हैं, हलंत SMP वर्जन 2 V2।
अच्छा, हेंटाई विद सेनपाई पार्ट 4 नहीं?
नहीं, हेंटाई विद सेनपाई इज ओनली यू एंड मी ब्रो। यू या तो वासु या फिर हेंटाई विद सेनपाई इज वो क्या कहते हैं, मोन्टाज है ना। SMP जो है वो थोड़ा सर्वर है।
चलो ये वाला कर लेंगे,
है ना। मैंने थंबनेल भी,
पिछला वाला सर्वर बड़ा अच्छा था यार, मैंने तब प्यारा घर बनाया
भाई
था।
मेरा नहीं देख रहा था मैंने कितना बढ़िया, तेरे को पता नहीं है, मैंने तब बढ़िया बना दिया था ना
वो घर। जनवरी मेरा बेस्ट बिल्ड था आज तक का।
आशुरा ब्लेजिंग, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम ब्रो, हाउ आर यू डूइंग। कब शुरू होने वाला है मैच? जस्ट स्टार्टिंग ब्रो, यू केम एट द परफेक्ट टाइम ब्रो। मेक श्योर टू लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब अगर तुम नए सब्सक्राइबर हो।
पर यार रात को ही खेला करेंगे उस सर्वर पे।
अबे जब खेलना होगा खेला करेंगे भाई, यूजुअली रात को तो नहीं पता, 8-9 बजे खेला करेंगे।
हाँ वही।
स्पार्क टैंक, अबे यार ये भाई बकचोदी कर रहे हैं फिर से। शार्क टैंक वाली बकचोदी कर रहे हैं। थोड़ी देर में शुरू होने वाली है, कितने 12:30 होनी थी ना, 4 मिनट में होगी शुरू। चैट, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर 22 लाइक्स मैन, थैंक यू गाइस, लव यू। मेक श्योर टू सब्सक्राइब टू द स्ट्रीम।
Running out of ideas, Tab's the best of it. They have one of the world's best IGLs, but even then, you sometimes need a second voice in the fray to help you out, to help you get through those moments and avoid situations like this where games fall apart. That's not just an NRG problem, but many teams struggle with it. However, I'm very happy to say that I think I have a good solution for you folks to talk about here, and that is
वो तेरी
चैंपियंस फनाटिक जीता था ना?
हाँ नहीं, चैंपियंस नहीं, लॉक इन जीता हो। न्यू सब्सक्राइबर हलन, what the fuck?
Coach on the side of Leviathan come to mind. No, not yet. But this team, the one that I want to talk about is
कभी-कभी ग्लिच हो रखा होता है। अगर तुम गाइस सब्सक्राइब करते हो तो तुम्हारा नाम ऐसे आएगा स्ट्रीम पर।
coming up with ideas to help his IGL and a consistently fantastic performer. But if there's one thing that makes him the player that he is, I wouldn't say it's his mouse or his aim or his brain or any number of those things. It's a different factor entirely, and that is of course that he's bald. This guy has a fantastic brain on his head. Big
Bald
head. You can see it right there. It's absolutely beautiful. And my company, Bald Buff, hopes to help other teams to achieve that success. Let's take a look at my product here, folks. I'm gonna show this one to you. As you can see, absolutely beautiful. It means that you can make any player bald. And for NRG, right now, every single player has hair on their head, which is something that I can't stand for as a fan of that.
उद्मगन मीमी।
And so, to you
ठीक है
folks,
भाई।
to the Sparks, I'm seeking $1 million for 1% equity in my company, the Bald Buff, to help improve every team in VCT Americas.
I'm sorry, did you say 1% equity?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
1 million?
1%.
1%, yes.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to just get really out in the way here real
Please.
fast. Because I'm one of the follically challenged individuals here. I think that this is something I don't necessarily need, and so I'm out.
A shame, but you two folks, beautiful heads of hair on your head, and I'm sure that doesn't help you in your gameplay.
1%?
1%, sir, that's correct.
Already some people cut out of the market. For that reason, I'm out.
Sean, can we make a deal here? This could really help the team.
The bald buff.
I'm worried. The bald could easily turn into a
You've seen
bald.
so many players who are insane on this one. Think of Durka, think of Saucy. They're so good.
Yeah, but I'm worried about the mold. And what about the other issues this team faces? What about the language barrier issue?
Well, there's not going to be any mold when everyone is unified
But
under
no one can
baldness.
understand artists in this iteration
Everyone
of
is
the
the
team.
same when they are bald. It's a factor of unity that you can't have. Surely we can make a deal here. I'm
देख रहा हो तुम अगर
Let me try to bring Wyatt back in here.
Want to bring me back? Oh,
बोल रहे बॉल्ड शार्क टैंक है और बॉल्ड बफ बोल रहे टकना वो बिग बेच रही है
mentorship and his network.
Maybe this is how I get out of the bronze silo.
Okay.
गंजा हो जाता हूँ.
वही द बॉल्ड बफ सासी डर का सेंटेंस यस ब्रो सेंटेंस माय स्टिल माय फेवरेट टीम मैन
At $500,000 and under
आपकी दूसरी वाली आईडी उसमें खुल गई कॉम्पी पे.
क्या जो तेरे साथ बनाई थी उसका तो नाम भी भूल गया मैं. मुन्नी बदनाम था ना. नहीं
बदनाम.
खेला नहीं उस पे.
Thank you so much. You will not regret this decision. Thank you.
Time ही नहीं मिल रहा.
Unbelievable stuff. Well, look, folks, we got two great matches coming up today, and this obviously is a momentous occasion as we are going to be leading things off with Sentinels versus NRG. Now, before we start the show, we wanted to let everyone know that this stream does contain fast
Finally.
images that may affect viewers.
Let's go guys. W's in the chat. सब W spam करो. W. सब chat spam करो. W.
Is advised. But folks, that is going to do it for us here. It is now time to kick things off here for VCT Americas. Let's get the show on the road.
You guys are looking great.
You look great.
Thank you, Mimi.
टकले हो गए. Code Den, how brother? Code Den, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, bro? Hello, brother. Welcome to the stream. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We are having a watch party. You are very welcome to the stream. Let's go, guys. Finally, शुरू हो गई W10s. W. चलो है उदमगन, तू भी स्ट्रीम में चैट में लिख W स्पैम कर.
कर रहा हूँ पर मेरी चैट लोड नहीं हो रही है. मुझे क्रू भी अच्छी लगती है.
क्रू भी अच्छा है. क्रू का भी आज मैच है.
And I think it's going to be a tough challenge for us.
बड़ा प्यारा सा नाम है क्रू.
I'm sure we need to step up to get the victory.
Sentinels
Crew
are obviously
esports.
the home crowd favorite usually. Basically, all of last year we played against Loud, and Sasi and Pankata were a massive part of why they were able to win against us so consistently. So definitely some slight rivalries there.
5 HP per second, and then Sasi gets 3! Austin are not able to do it the fourth for him!
When we face FNS, I think it's like a read game. You know, we need to always read them. So it's like this brain war. You know, we know how.
आपको कौन सी स्क्रीन के बीच में है पता है?
Let's go. I'm here. कल मैं स्कूल नहीं जा रहा. मेरे स्ट्रीम. अच्छा सॉरी मेरे कोर्स से बीच में क्रॉस है. सॉरी. I'm here. कल मैं स्कूल नहीं जा रहा. अरे माइनर क्राफ्टर वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई. Let's go. ये थोड़ी देर पहले गया था और था कि मैं लाइक करके जा रहा हूँ. मेरा कल स्कूल है इसलिए मैं जाना है. चले गया था. और कल मैं स्कूल नहीं जा रहा. ब्रो कल स्कूल नहीं जा रहा. क्यों नहीं जा रहा कल?
It's halfway for Kessin, and he gets the ADS. Welcome back to the world-class wrecking crew.
कल मम्मी कहीं जा रही है. अच्छा तो घर पे आराम से बैठेगा. भाई साहब
कितना सही है बच्चों का स्कूल है.
फिर स्टोरी टाइम शुरू हो गया इनका. ये लास्ट स्टोरी टाइम है. इसके बाद हो जाएगा मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली शुरू मैच. लेट्स गो भाई. 9 व्यूअर्स आर वाचिंग माय स्ट्रीम. लेट्स गो भाई. अपने दोस्त लोगों को बोलो शेयर करें. 10-15 लोग देखेंगे आराम से बैठ के स्ट्रीम. फाइनली एंट्री मार रहे हैं. भाई इनके गाने हमेशा बहुत बढ़िया होता है.
मारन के भाई म्यूजिक साउंड ट्रैक मुझे बहुत प्यारा लगा हुआ है.
मैंने अपनी मम्मी के आईडी से भी कर दिया सब्सक्राइब. अरे भाई थैंक यू भाई. Forsaken is pro among all. 10s, the IGLs, def and finesse.
आपके लिए क्वेश्चन है,
वो पूछ.
पोकीमेन या वैल्करी?
Valkyrie for sure.
Yeah, my guy.
Valkyrie, the only thing that मतलब जो मेरे को ऐसा लगता है ना कि मैं नहीं हो पाएगा, मतलब is the age. She's old man. मतलब 30 है यार, वो 31 की है, वो 31 है, ठीक है.
Fine age.
मैं थोड़ा नहीं मैं थोड़ा देखता हूँ रियलिस्टिक चॉइस में. मैं सपने भी बना रहा होता हूँ ना, तो रियलिस्टिक सपने बनाता हूँ. मैं तो कहीं ना कहीं पोकेमॉन मेरी एज की है, मतलब आसपास, मतलब आसपास की एज की है ना. मेरा मतलब 26 की है, 26 की है, तो शी इज लाइक 6 years older than me. 6 years is passable, not 10 years.
I mean
10 भी नहीं, 11. तेरे लिए तो 12 साल.
मेरे लिए तो 12 साल.
I mean अगर रियलिटी में आ रही होगी, you know, Valkyrie, तो why not, you know? Valkyrie is
exactly
really a good person, है ना. Chat what do you?
Sure.
अच्छा chat रुको, मैंने एक पोल डालता हूँ, रुको. I remember पोल. Valkyrie, who would you rather?
Would you rather
me GF bracket, nothing dirty.
Nah, nothing dirty.
Yes,
Valkyrie.
Because I think that this team, I think people will look at that loss against
Pokemon.
I don't think it's necessary, but I do think it's important because as we've seen, this league is very top heavy. There's a lot of teams competing for that slot at Tokyo.
3 MP 10s. नहीं मैं मजाक कर रहे. अच्छा पुरानी चैट है.
Especially NRG sitting 0-1 down to remain competitive. But the thing is that Leviathan series.
I thought Smash. We are keeping the stream PG, you know.
I mean, I wouldn't mind any उस time में तो, but हाँ, let's keep it PG.
I'm not signing a death warrant for NRG.
Ooh, बड़े interesting words है ये. अब नहीं है. भाई साहब.
Bro. क्या वोट आ रहा है? 83% Valkyrie, 17% Pokemon. God damn. छह वोट हुए हैं सिर्फ, वो अलग बात है.
7 हो गए ना? अच्छा 6 हो गए.
7 है, 6 ही है.
कोई डिसीजन तो आ ही गया.
Valkyrie mommy material.
Definitely.
माइनर क्राफ्ट बोल भी कौन रहा है? माइनर क्राफ्टर. माइनर क्राफ्टर तेरी एज क्या है? मतलब तू स्कूल में है ना स्टिल? तो मतलब कोई बच्चा तो नहीं तू? ट्वेल्थ में हूँ. अच्छा 12th में भूल गया था. Okay, you can say this shit. तेरी आवाज लैग कर रही है.
I'm glad NRG have gone back to that pick. Everything else so far kind of making sense. I think the initial bans banning out good maps for the opposing side.
मेरा वॉइस कनेक्शन फुल है. मेरा 100% आ रही है. मतलब
don't really know what they're going to be up to there.
तेरी तरफ से. तो फर्स्ट मैप इज लोटस. ओह लोटस है भाई पहला मैप. अबे भाई तेरी आवाज. हेवन स्प्लिट बैन कर दिया इन्होंने. लोटस इज द फर्स्ट मैप, आइसबॉक्स इज द सेकंड. असेंट इज बैंड. अरे यार असेंट में देखने में मजा आता है. फ्रैक्चर आल्सो बैंड. पर्ल थर्ड मैप चॉइस है सेंटिनल्स के. ओए भाई तीनों नए वाले मैप लग रखे हैं. आइसबॉक्स लोटस नहीं, आइसबॉक्स तो पुराना हो गया अब. फ्रैक्चर है उससे नया. नहीं है. Tens on Jet, Sassy on Viper, Def. Oh, Sentinels Harbor यूज कर रही है फाइनली. Zekken on वो Pancada. Sentinels का सेम ही है ऑलमोस्ट. दोनों टीम्स में ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही है, बस एक्सेप्ट फॉर ओमन दे हैव वो हार्बर. They have dual controller. सब दोनों में. Lotus बहुत attacking map है. हाँ, true. Attack में नहीं, but हाँ, बहुत ही छोटा map, बहुत ही बड़ा map भी है, at the same time बहुत छोटा map भी है. I don't know how to मतलब explain this. End poll. Okay, so poll जीत गया है. Would you rather girlfriend? Valkyrie 71%, Pokemon 28%. 7 votes दिए थे. भाई ने उल्टा अबे उल्टा साइन.
Well, you're right. Actually, the sign's not upside down. His handwriting just was. Let's talk comps right off the bat. NRG
अबे
already making a change.
उल्टा साइन क्यों पकड़ा?
Valorant.
Thoughts on that? I mean,
Valorant ले गया.
back to Jet is ridiculous. That's such a complete out of left field thing.
अच्छा chat, let's see.
What is he for?
Who do you? एक और नया poll डालते
I
हैं.
think it's interesting too because you're making two changes here. It's not just that you've taken artists off of the duelist, but then you're going from the Raze to the Jet too. Really feels like there are some fundamental things that they feel like are being addressed by this change.
Yeah, I think the first thought I have when I'm looking at this change is Victor was one of the guys who was very comfortable on this map.
Let's go finally. W's in the chat. Let's go. Ooh. अबे बेचारा Zekan मर गया.
And this was a role he was playing for the team at Lock-In. This Killjoy, he is so flexible, so comfortable to go for these picks that the team requires of them. And it's interesting that we're going straight up against Sentinels here in the second week because Sentinels is led towards comfortability where NRG is asking their players to be uncomfortable.
NRG trying to find a couple of other openers, and they are.
I mean, pistol.
The defenses of Sentinels have essentially crumbled here on the site, and
Ooh. Wait, maybe. Who knows? No. Pistol round नहीं जीत पाती भाई Sentinels. Pistol round नहीं जीत पाती.
That Trailblazer from Finesse instantly not only gets them the space, they get past and up their wall where there's a little pocket, by the way, that they can walk into the site with. And that was unexpected for the Sentinels players on the site. Gets a stun off, and Victor's on top of him. Artist is on top of him. Everybody.
Sentinels always. Let's go. Finally, should rule. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
That's a good pistol for NRG. Way to start off this game.
that timer's frozen, Bala. That
अबे
timer's not moving.
starting में इनका वो आ गया tech pause.
All good. Hopefully it won't be long. As soon as we find out what it is, we'll keep you all informed.
फिर से tech pause भाई मैच अभी तो शुरू हुआ था.
Comp changes. This is not only very new, but you're still dealing with some of the changes that we've seen from this team in the past. Finesse recently picking up the Sky for this comp as well. So it's very, very important to keep eyes on all of these players.
Everyone thinks Sentinel is gonna win.
Have they really practiced to become proficient, very proficient at this role? While the Sky is new for Finesse, the Initiator role is not. He played Breach on a number of different maps. Very different how those agents actually control mechanically though.
चलो शुरू हो गया.
And then the other thing on the other side, Sentinels with this Harbor Viper leading into the Brazilian meta with the two Brazilians on their team. Sassy and Def. It's very good at actually handling defaults and retaking map control just like you see right now, but just classics. They're gonna go for orbs instead, and I like this later in the round rather than where NRG's set up to actually spray through a wall or anything like that. They're in the middle of rotating.
You mentioned that orb that they just got mid. They also grabbed the orb on A for Def, and you can tell it was very much part of the plan. They pushed down A main initially, grabbed that orb, and then used a Harbor utility to get another one.
सब वो कर रहा है rotate C उन्होंने सही fake कर दिया मतलब.
So while both teams struggled for the orbs in the beginning, now they're leading back over towards C, and it is an eco, so we do see the gamble from Sentinels on the mini-map. Not quite in the right position here. And while we did lose the Raze, we still have the double dive possible here with the Omen and Jets.
30
both able
seconds
to
left.
take space vertically and in the back of sight and break angles up.
NRG getting the spike down. There should not be any challenge, at least for a little while. As Ball, as you were saying, Sentinel's really just on the opposite side of the map, now starting to rotate over.
And Def is 3 orbs off, so look to funnel him potentially a kill. And look for him to die to the players of NRG. But for NRG, they're trying to funnel orbs to I believe it should be Crashes here or Artis. But neither of them actually taking frontal fights right now. Oh, there's a big flank. A pinch attempt here from Victor. What the Sentinels players want to do is die at a spike without any, except for Def maybe. But they're coming in from the backside. They might even find all the kills. And Finesse is committing to the site for it too.
Sentinels still managing to die 3 to the spike. And we'll see, again, as we keep an eye on this ult counter, how close Def is. Yeah, now just 2 points away from having that Reckoning online.
And both of these teams have been committing to the light armor meta in full effect. Not every single team in Americas is doing that, but Sentinels and NRG, both of them, happy to go for it. Even rumors that Sentinels was scrimming with just Guardians. In effect to
counter इसके एग्जाम के लिए कुछ पढ़ा है 2 मूवी देखने को बोला था उन्होंने वो देख लिया मैंने टेस्ट ऑफ चेरी देखने को बोला था और वो देखने को बोला था टैक्सी ड्राइवर वापस रिवॉच करूंगा और वो भी रिवॉच कर लूंगा 2 मूवी देखनी है अरे चेंज इंडिया वैसे तेरा रियल नाम क्या है भाई मेरे को पता नहीं मतलब कॉलेज में इतना पता है कौन है तू बस मतलब नाम तो बता
both in A main and C mound right here.
Yeah, I mean they just got destroyed at that aspect of the game. You're absolutely right.
By the way, change India भाई stream like करके चले जाइए.
Second looking for a jump spot, looking for information, looking to spot Crashes, but Crashes has his crosshair pointed on him. But Tens is very advanced here. Here comes the Trailblazer that's been so good.
That flash.
Every time they get a stun.
Tens should be able to get away.
That is impressive from them.
Barely गया Tens. Barely निकला.
But there, Smoke dashes away and escapes unscathed.
It's close with it too. NRG looking like they want to end C. The one exception being crashing.
Arya.
Far up on A by himself.
Nice. C पर आ रहे हैं और C पर उनका 3 का stack है.
Take a look at Def. He's creeping back towards A. Now they know that the hit's on C and it may be okay because Sentinels are holding them back anyway.
And they didn't even get in 20 seconds, yeah.
Bruh.
They're going to pivot to B. They're definitely making an attempt at this. It's Def to respond. 12 seconds.
Victor weak. Art is close by and he's the first to fall, yeah.
Flawless.
Very well played by Sentinels.
Perfect round. Behtering.
And NRG, they're getting a wake-up call about what's waiting for them on the C site. It's the Brazilian duo. The Portuguese phenoms. Over here on that C site. There's 2 moments there.
voice activity पे रहते होंगे ना push to talk नहीं रहता
and then the Viper Malik coming in if they could find the timing but
इनके mics push to
पागल है क्या
push to talk क्यों करेंगे but the turret received it. So if he can maybe put it in his mind to try to break that turret early, that's more of an option later on in the round, but there definitely wasn't.
भाई मैं कितना नेट यूज कर रहा हूँ मैं स्ट्रीम भी कर रहा हूँ मैं अपने फोन पे भी देख रहा हूँ स्ट्रीम पर एक तेरे को वो भी कर रहा हूँ डिस्कॉर्ड पे
So same effect over by Mound, but it allows Tens to get into this position very safely. So Zekin and Tens, the double duelist duo of this team. And NRG's been pivoting.
भाई ए पूरा खाली है भाई.
For the first time you see a Trailblazer that doesn't get a stun for Finesse. And it's left Def on an island.
He does have Reckoning, and he is playing pretty far back.
So I did be playing retake.
इन्होंने information मिल गई flank से सब rotate करेंगे
यहाँ पे. Visible now to them on the mini map with the 50 seconds left. Artis doesn't have the spike. One off his lockdown though. This is a fast flood before the spike's even tapped. Before the spike's even out of tree.
You're absolutely right. Are they going to be able to handle the chaos? Sam dancing around the smoke is concealing so much.
अबे Tens. अबे.
NRG able to get 2. You still have Def close by.
सासी बहुत ही अच्छी जगह पर है.
Position now revealed. They've got them trapped. They've got them trapped to the side, and NRG may be perfectly okay with that.
Spammable with 15 seconds.
You just have no idea that that's where the plan is. Now he knows. Saucy's still patient.
Portuguese mode activated.
It's just them two, and this 2v5, that would be outrageous.
The Brazilian duo.
Now Saucy's left by himself. He's got a Phantom. He's tucking tail. He's getting out of there.
Not quite powerful enough, but that flood failed miserably. I think it was Zekin literally fell onto Victor's lap. He caught him.
Artis पे आ रहा है इस पर.
And Tens is back turned. That flash didn't find value either. Out of second. Because everybody was so grouped up right on top of that smoke. Good idea. Execution lacking there from Sentinels. It's not like that C-hold. Oh, it did get value actually on Victor, but Som completely dodged it because it wasn't low enough. That smoke was obscuring one whole side of that flash.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, NRG just look so much better right now. It's the second flawless round they've put together.
NRG Som.
They find themselves up 2 rounds early on Lotus.
Better than last week against the Vietnam.
That's for sure.
Just
Tens on
opening
up,
moments of
finally.
this mat, though. Tens got the op
B
now.
rush कर रहा है.
I was looking to see if we could get that up early.
अच्छा KJ lockdown आ गया ना उन पे.
That's huge. Also breaks the molly too, which does actually save his mollies and alarm bot from going down.
They're gonna KJ lockdown on B.
And there it is. They're popping another one to break it down. And the execute's on.
I mean, Victor's already so far up, and he's separated right now. The cascade from Harbor's keeping him at a distance.
They cleared the site, but they're not on yet. They're going to use a lockdown?
They still have players up in heaven, too. They still have players in Link. You got Victor on the site, but where do you go from here?
TP on the plant here from Som.
He's got to scale up. He's got to take some of his space away. It's exactly what Victor's doing. The spike planted, Def waiting on the other side, and Saucy close by. They have no idea where Victor is.
Good movement.
Managing to stay alive for now. Ultimately falling. Ten still has that op, and he's finally shot up into the scene. Sam not able to hit the transfer. Tens does hit the shot.
अबे यार angle
Just
क्यों नहीं check
waits
कर रहे?
patiently as Tens dies again.
Good understanding there from NRG. Actually, Victor clearing the site. But while he was doing that, he lost control of Waterfall. He lost control of Heaven, even though he did spot those positions out. They don't want to walk into the spam. So they use the lockdown. Secure. A lot more space.
They're not checking
which,
their
by the way,
angles, man.
Victor is able to reclaim because of it. And it's just not clean on that reclaim. Up in Heaven, and Zekin again, not finding super much value out of that flash. And it for it being the only flash on this team.
अच्छा बता कौन सा हाफ जाएगा? First half
You're hoping that
कितना
that
जाएगा
could find a
score?
little bit more value on those floods.
I guess 7-5.
NRG.
So far in this game, we
I
look to
think
be achieving a sense
six,
of normalcy of what we expected from the North American
6-6
teams.
Sentinels
As
or
the
6-6.
score 4-1. This is what I think people were expecting from NRG, were expecting from Sentinels, giving a little bit more time to Sentinels. But that win over 100 Thieves last week and that loss from NRG subverted all the expectations, put NA in a sense of flux. Are they even going to make it to Tokyo? And then the further question, which of the NA teams are going to miss out on playoffs? Because that's the situation as it stands. We don't really know anymore. There was expectations, but at this point, it's all fluxed up.
Three round lead here for NRG. They've got Blades, they have the Omen ult too. And it's a light buyout for Sentinels.
गणेश जी
की जगह विष्णु जी होने चाहिए थे, पर छोड़ो.
विष्णु क्यों होने चाहिए थे?
लोटस.
First
तो ब्रह्मा नहीं होने चाहिए.
A fast A control here from NRG.
ब्रह्मा, लक्ष्मी.
And it works out.
जहाँ विष्णु वहाँ तो लक्ष्मी होगी ना.
was missing against Leviathan. There were so many good
हाँ, but ब्रह्मा जी का है ना लोटस तो.
And Sentinel's not
Any
opting
Vedic
to go
legend
for
में
any of
Vishnu.
that, except for on the side of Tens right now, all up by himself at Mount.
मैं पढ़ रहा था इसलिए.
नहीं, जहाँ तक मेरी हिंदू नॉलेज है,
Just a sheriff.
वहाँ तो ब्रह्मा का फूल, ब्रह्म फूल तो कमल है, ब्रह्म कमल. Literally, नाम में ब्रह्म कमल.
वो हमारी माइथोलॉजी को बहुत.
हाँ, but वो विष्णु के पेट से ही तो होगा. हाँ तो, हाँ same बात है. हाँ प्लस ब्रह्मा का तो एक ही मंदिर है पूरे मतलब उसमें राजस्थान में.
हाँ क्योंकि ब्रह्मा इज द वो ना.
अबे वो एक छोड़ रहे हैं ये.
And potentially hold it.
विष्णु इज द क्रिएटर ना. ब्रह्मा तो वो है नॉलेज.
विष्णु इज द प्रिजर्वर.
अच्छा प्रिजर्वर. हाँ 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 हाँ.
Brahma the creator, Vishnu the preserver, and Shiva the destroyer. Mahesh.
Shiv OP in the chat, guys. Shiv OP. Abbe.
Deals some serious damage early on.
Molly actually prevents Finesse from planting.
Where is he going?
But look at Tens. He had not moved this entire time.
He stays?
Oh.
Abeg, Tens.
Oh my goodness. Well played. As we see this round, like we're closing out here very soon, Sam's going to continue to hunt for a couple of these frags. We'll see if he's able to clean them up. Def spots him. They know where the pressure's coming from. Really no challenge, though, for the Vandal. Yeah, it's interesting, Ball. I think back to the last time we saw NRG on Lotus and how lost they looked, right? Like, they got obliterated. It seemed like they had no real plan. They didn't know what they wanted to do. This is getting a little bit closer than they would like, but cleaned up eventually. That, I even just think about that Som TP, and that just feels like, yep, they're hitting the level that we're used to seeing out of them as far as the big picture of how they want to approach the map.
Yeah, and I think that situation is exactly where they needed to find a little bit more creativity. Because they were getting on the sites. It was just Leviathan was rolling them on those retakes.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember NRG not winning a single post plan in that game. Now, that could be wrong. Leviathan was flooding them so fast. It was definitely causing them problems. Because they were not only allowing them to take the sites in the ways that they wanted, but they were also holding on to that space very, very well.
Same cascade we've seen the last couple of rounds. This time, Ten's waiting on the other side with an op.
Flash and Trailblazer, but the Trailblazer does spot him.
उनकी ना prediction हमेशा गलत हो जा रहा है.
Crazy part though is that second cascade coming in right as Tens falls back.
वो side छोड़ दे रहे हैं हर बार.
Prevents them from going further on that flash off that Trailblazer. So they just wasted 2 key pieces of initiation utility for nothing.
And it looks like they're going to end back C. Zekin still has a little something to him. Should be able to spot out some of the presence still playing at Mound.
Trailblazer to follow up, and then he also has a flash potential off of Ten's first shot.
अबे यार ऑफ शॉट मिस कर दिया.
Ten's that first shot just narrowly missing. It seems like they want to NV and they don't go the doorway too.
Lockdown है पन कार्ड पे.
Victor, he's always on such a good path.
Lockdown करेंगे.
Towards heaven, smoking it up and then clearing the doorway. So while they lost key pieces of initiation utility, they pulled all the rotates off, and now they've got a pit down.
Oh, finesse once again.
अबे यार ये angle फिर से साला.
Where he's just able to drop a couple of bullets into the back of someone's head. His positioning has been excellent.
And that's the cue as well for Victor to take the space A main so he can get away from this.
कहाँ देख रहा है Def? कहाँ देख रहा है? Nice.
They just don't have much control in the extremities either.
Oh.
Nice.
लेकिन ओमन को मार नहीं पाएंगे.
Even
ओमन
if
को
they
नहीं मार
do, you
पाएंगे.
still have Victor who's on the flank. You've got Finesse who's creeping around the corner as well.
Nobody tapped.
Yeah, wrong.
Back up. Zekin's back down.
क्या हो रहा है भाई?
There's no time anymore.
No.
That's confusing there from Sentinels, I have to say. Not a single person even going for the tap. I'm wondering if there's mollies going off that I just didn't see. Possibly was.
Barely
wasn't B-main. And they're getting these sites very, very easily, NRG.
उसको को सॉम को आराम से मार सकते हैं लेकिन साला कोई गया नहीं सॉम को मारने के लिए.
Take a look at it again. Finesse has gifted another. I think you're right. They're able to get onto the site very effectively, and I think once again, you know, we've touched on this a little bit, but they're being proactive in their controlling of elsewhere on the map, right? They aren't just satisfied with controlling the site, or controlling choke points, or controlling pinches elsewhere on the map. That's just causing so many fits for Sentinels here.
And it's piecewise too. It's step by step on everything that they're doing.
ओए Zekin ले लियो.
Even when Artist gets on the side, they're still trying to check all the boxes.
Tens is on knives.
Slowing down, waiting for each other. It's very disciplined. This is a
huge
shift. And maybe it's just comfort against the teams they're familiar with. They've been the kings of NA for so long at this point.
Could be that. It could be role changes.
ये फिर से एंगल चेक नहीं करेगा. फिर से एंगल चेक नहीं करेगा. कर रहा है इस बार. फिर ए मग दिया बस.
And it's different looks too. Samus joined up with Victor here. He's going to easily receive Tens, although he's got knives.
Oh, I thought he was going to win the second. Had that been a sheriff, maybe.
Possible था.
Dropped. Second still has the op.
Oh.
There's just not a lot of time here.
No more mollies.
The molly's there. Crash, he's having to hold it back, and he cannot.
Oh, nice. Finally, round again. Nice round.
There's that fragging ability from both Zekin and Tens. The double duelist duo
टेंस का बहुत ही बढ़िया किल था। वो दूसरा किल निकाल लेता, वो दूसरा किल निकाल लेता तो बहुत ही बढ़िया होता।
क्यों नहीं हिट तो नाइफ डालेगा, दूसरा भी लग जाएगा।
सिंगल नाइफ मुश्किल है ना यार इतने क्लोज रेंज में। ये जैकन का शॉर्टी किल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था। अच्छा प्रेडिक्ट किया इस बार, शॉर्टी से लेकर सीधे मुंह पर गया।
What else is in the tank here from Sentinels?
सी जा रहा है, नाइस। सी पर 3 स्टैक है उनका।
Seconds on the opposite side of 10s.
They put the op back in his hands
खेलने से
too.
ज़्यादा देखने में मजा आता है यार इसे।
क्या?
खेलने से ज़्यादा देखने में ज़्यादा मजा आता है।
नहीं भाई खेलने में मजा आता है, हाँ देखने में भी अलग मजा है, बट
Just saw him have that ult too.
क्योंकि ऐसा कभी नहीं खेल सकता ना मैं।
I mean, they're just dumping utility.
लेकिन देख के लगता है कि मेरा भी ऐसा, मैं भी कर सकता हूँ, आसान है देखने में।
Everything, but the reckoning is going to cause problems. This site is so tight. Sam's just done.
बहुत ही बढ़िया
He got up a little bit too far.
बहुत बढ़िया अल्ट बाय हार्पर।
And they've
डेफ
retaken
ने
it
बहुत बढ़िया
completely.
अल्ट करा।
There's still even more retake tools though.
There's so much utility here. They're going to have to navigate. You've got the nanos. You've got the alarm bots. Forcing a reposition. Tens with the op. He got by, but does he aware?
ओए टाइमिंग। वेट ओ नो,
Gets a second.
विक्टर उसी वक्त निकल गया साला।
3v3 on for the side here. Finesse dancing around the door. Saucy waiting to see if anyone dare challenge.
आए एम हक दिया।
हक दिया।
That was so close. I mean, can Sentinels get in here? It's
Nice.
another late round situation. That's now a 2v2.
Finesse let Saucy in way too deep there. You got a kill, and Victor's trying to play the time. Cove's going up. They have nobody to spam this right now.
This is going to be close. They're going to be able to steal this. They got it to half. They're just going to spam their way through. Huge out from Finesse. Can he get the 1v1? Jeff on the tap, on the hold.
Nice.
एंटी बढ़िया प्ले यार, बढ़िया प्ले।
Again the leader showing up clutch for this team.
सासी को उस वक्त लगना नहीं था, हाफ हो रखा था तो they had time.
This time while finding the right methods to get on the site over and over and over.
इस वक्त this was very important. ये विक्टर का बहुत important था।
Like 80% of the rounds that we've seen so far at this point. Last bullet on that one too.
अगर वो थोड़ा सा बच जाता ना, स्मोक थोड़ी देर के लिए
एंगल में हुआ, उसने जब स्मोक तोड़ा ना उसके बाद उस पे हेडशॉट लग गया तुक्के में।
Channeling Victor's horseshoe.
टेंस कहाँ बैठा है एकदम?
ये अच्छा खेल रहा है, क्लोज एंगल है।
You got tens again up on an angle with the sheriff this time.
So speaking of what important
carefully, very systematically clearing out every angle. I mean,
this is
nice.
Wait. Trying to find artists, trying to threaten these flanks. Sassy looked at it in the last one.
ए तो नहीं जा रहे ये लोग। सेंटिनल्स ये जा रही है लेकिन ये लोग नहीं जा रहे, ये फेक कर रहे हैं। स्पाइक उन्होंने छोड़ के आ रखे पीछे।
Currently losing that battle.
Wait, what? ये जा रहे।
Oh, interesting.
नहीं ए मत छोड़ो यार।
To what NRG are able to introduce on this attacking side, they're burning the clock so far down.
But it's never too far down.
Wait.
There's one round where maybe it's 15 seconds where they actually start to go for the execute. But look, they're gonna have plenty of time, no matter mollies, no matter anything.
बहुत ही भीड़ है।
Sentinels have been quick on the rotate. They already have 4 members here.
रोटेशन हो गई उनकी, रोटेशन हो गई।
Paranoia is going to hit a couple, and you see.
वो नाइस टेंस ने बढ़िया मारा।
Cleaning him up. How much can Zek find?
नाइस।
There's the second. The pistols are
भाई पेन काटा। इको राउंड निकाल लिया उन्होंने।
Artists in this 1v3, turning 1v2. 8 seconds on the clock. You've got the turret. You still have Pankata and Saucy. You're going to have to deal.
Gaya.
Finally,
nice.
Thrifty. They got a thrifty.
Just pistols there from Sentinels. They recover after that clutch very quickly.
7-5 half.
It's making Sentinels sweat. But at a certain point, you're seeing them now start to try.
That shot.
Tens mode. They're trying to make the
Finesse
gambles
ने
at
हक
the
दिया।
end of the round.
Finesse ने हक दिया था।
And this is the first one where it really pays off. They had 4 members there. They were flooding. They had flashed before even coming back onto the site. They got a high tide at the perfect time. That one was tough. The NRG to crack. First real denial there of the plant.
Blades online for Victor.
ना टेंस पुश करेगा ना केजे पुश करेगी उनकी।
Spotted. Orb's gonna get finesse one step closer to having Seekers. And it looks like it's gonna be another slow round from NRG.
It's been the tone for this entire map. It's been the tone for NRG
मैंने
so
देखा
far.
सेंटिनल्स का
And in
कोई
the
फास्ट
past
पेस
too.
मैचेस सूट नहीं करे
क्या
Victor with knives.
सेंटिनल्स को
Look
कोई
to
फास्ट
to
पेस
hit the
मैचेस सूट
seaside
नहीं
a lot
करे
faster. Let's see if they
Ulting
can
at
get this
sea.
lockdown down. Force Saucy off. I've been looking for opportunities to use that hold on the clash. Tens.
By himself. Huge out from Artis. And now they know that Tens is on the other side with the eye.
Wait.
The jump peek is too
Nice.
good. She's is better. Paranoia out. And Zekin's
Bro.
gonna fall to it.
Oh, nice shot, yaar.
Last round in the half.
It's a brutal hold. I like the idea from Sentinels.
8-4 half.
It was a hold in the sense that they're actually receiving the
9
aggression through
triggers?
that rotating door.
9 3 भी हो सकता है.
And again, I'm looking for
But still
opportunities for
8-4
Saucy
half
to
is
get this
better.
pit down. A lot of times when you
यार
hit
domination
the
है यार ये
seaside,
तो.
you've seen teams, you've seen Leviathan specifically.
अभी attacking side map है, अभी
back and
देखते
use
हैं ना,
a
अभी
pit.
defense है Sentinels का देखते हैं.
That
ओ ये
covers
A push कर रहा है
so
भाई
much of that
Sentinels.
exit for you in spawn. Surprised to not see him do that one. The idea is to play retake as well.
केजे का और दिलवारिस का अल्ट आ गया ना. फाइनल राउंड है, सारे अल्ट निकालेंगे.
He is on the opposite side of the map, choosing not to use it early. While they had, what, 4 members stacked today? They get 10
Oh,
into a good
ये रहा
position
ये
and then start to
10 का
rotate
बहुत
off
प्यारी
deck.
पोजीशन
Now
है.
9-3 blessing for Fanatics maybe.
Stops
Yeah,
on the
true.
opposite side of the map. And yeah, okay, they are going to spot him.
नहीं
They know where
गलत.
Tens is. The paranoia.
गया.
Once again, you see him dashing
बच
away
गया.
and getting away with the 2.
Saucy used the pit at the meantime over towards that C site. Crash is going to go investigate, see how it's played, see which one they put down. Are there
Message
any
retracted.
gaps?
क्या हो गया?
Do they
Message
have a protocol
retracted
for
हो
this exact pit? Probably not anymore without that Trailblazer. They're still spread on the map, not wanting to fully commit to this with 50 seconds still. Zekin with the Seekers as well. Pankata with the ult. Those can be used reactively
बड़ा ही
to stop
अजीब बाय है
this
भाई
late hit
Sentinels
coming
का.
in from NRG. I think they want to pivot through the broken door here.
Guardian, Vandal, Spectre,
About
Sheriff,
35 seconds
Phantom.
left in the round, and as you were mentioning, there's still a lot of delayed tools here on the defensive side.
30 seconds
Mainly
left.
looking at Pankata's ult. As soon as there's enough of a queue, there it is. And they're going to rotate B. And
Wait,
Tens is
wait,
here
wait.
with the shorty. He's going to push into it! Oh,
नहीं!
आए नहीं.
They don't really have time to pivot anywhere else. They're going to have to commit to B. And you
Wait,
see
wait,
them both
Pineda पे वो है.
passing right by one another. Crash, he's patiently waiting and rewarded for it.
नहीं.
Once again, oh, he may have got a bit
हट
too far
यार.
now.
9-3 half.
Beautiful round again from NRG. The war of the brains is, I mean, especially when you look at that kill from Crash, he's on Saucy coming out of that pit. He set that up. They set that up for so long at the beginning of the round. They get the lockdown out on A. All of their goals in that round were achieved and given to them by Sentinels.
Wait, 13
Everything went well in there.
6 तो हम भाई साहब.
And then as well, they have the ability to do this. Victor
यहाँ हग दिया ना shorty
just
से.
hits him right back with a shorty of his own. It's ridiculous from him.
साले ने क्या है यार?
Very well done out by Sentinels.
Let's go, 9-3 curse, 9-3 curse.
9-3 lead at half in the opening map of this best of 3. Golden
Tens
Boy,
नहीं
what do
चल
you
पा रहा है
think?
इस मैप
9-3
पे.
good?
6-9. चल अब लेकिन attacking है ना. अब देखते हैं
Look,
attacking में
I'm
देखते हैं.
just not. I don't believe in curses.
Oof.
Okay,
That's good.
I'm not today. Okay, not.
Oof, chat, what do you think? क्या चल रहा है? Sentinel still gonna win the map or NRG? What do you think, Utmogan?
Map तो most probably NRG का है.
अभी देख, I think this is an attacker-sided map. This still may go to Sentinels. May. Attacking में हो
They
जाएगा.
can fight
It depends.
back, but most probably 13-10, I guess.
It depends on how Tens and Zekan play. क्योंकि जो 2 किल वाले हैं ना, वो है स्काई और क्या कहते हैं इसका नाम, नहीं एक्चुअली पेनकाडा. केजे का अल्ट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इसमें, इस मैप पे हर जगह. लिटरली बी एंड सी तुम्हारा अल्ट के लिए इतना आसान है. जैसे केजे अल्ट है, सी जाओ या बी जाओ, पूरी साइट मिल जाती है तुम्हें.
बात तो सही है.
Let's see how this map goes, man. I still believe in Sentence. The days जब बोलते थे I can't believe I'm saying sentence in a sentence.
Hi.
Sights, but he's not going so aggressive that he's just kind of maybe trading more for
3
one best or
MB
setting up a team for
attacking में
He's
हो जाएगा
actually
सही बोल
throwing
रहा
down the smokes,
है.
managing to
It
stay
could.
alive,
It's
kind of
tough
play
but हो सकता है.
around this site, find some picks while the retake is coming in. It's not just this like all or nothing approach that they kind of had before, and that also speaks to the FNS game plan. I like how they're rotating around the map and positioning him in those situations effectively.
Yeah, but 9-3 I think is still doable for Sentinels. This composition is better
अपने
on
लिए
the
कुछ
attack
मंगा
side.
लेता हूँ
There's a
खाने
lot
के लिए
of options
स्वीगी
in the
में.
mid round with the Viper Harbor, and
Sure.
this is
Yeah,
a side of the map
lucky
that
ho.
NRG really struggled on
क्यों?
with their previous comps.
Yeah, well, you know, we're going to
Yeah,
see if
11 बजे
NRG
बाद
learned
duty
some
बंद हो जाती
lessons
है
from
ना.
last week. Let's go ahead and send it back over to your casters. Now, Doug, do you believe in 9-3?
बिस्किट खा रहा हूँ मैं तब से बहन चो.
I don't think I do. I'm not gonna lie. Do
Shut
you?
up, Mr. 9-3 blessing.
3-9
constantly.
blessing. Come on, it's a 3-9 blessing. All right. But I do think Mimi makes a good point. I think the composition for Sentinels, given that it's their attack side now, given that you should have a bit more agency and more ability to control the map with 3 sites, like
now or never.
I don't know that it's as done of a deal as you would think otherwise.
Yeah. I think that's appropriate, especially given you still have a very similar control setup here from Sentinels 2. They can burn him down just like NRG did just a half ago. We'll see though. All starts right here. Already trying to gain some control over towards C-Long, but it's unsuccessful. Look, NRG again reclearing. And they get a setup that if they do choose to pivot, looks like they want to go for just a fast B split here. If they have to pivot all the way back towards C, that's a really good setup late.
Clearing out the panel, dropping utility through it as well. And now the dash forward. Victor having to throw it back. And they're going to have full site control.
While we had something like 11 plants in that first half. Sentinel starting off in the exact same way. These Harbor Viper comps, so good. Sassy up close though.
Even flash, yeah, it was just too close. He was able to spot him, able to see him. Now Dev sprayed with the frenzy.
Finesse is on
getting
the
one
spike.
back.
I don't even think they know. I think they were paranoid the entire time. Oh my goodness.
They were able to stop him though.
Nice. Finally. बहुत ही बढ़िया round.
प्यारा यार बहुत ही प्यारा.
बहुत प्यारा
So
round.
too, Zekid aware. The final second, he had 1 HP when he went to challenge Finesse there. Bit of a gamble. I like the idea, Sam. And Finesse combined to get the flashes going, and then the smoke on the spike, while those flashes are still affecting the players. I think the Q was actually the smoke. I don't think they actually heard that, because I certainly didn't. All starts on the pistol. And NRG did have a little bit of success on these light eco rounds. 1 share of 3 frenzies. It is dangerous.
They're just so bold, man. They just push right through the cascade. Unawares as to what's on the other side, but they choose to do it anyway. And now they've got this, what could potentially be a devastating flank.
I have to draw parallels to, like, I mean, the last time we saw
quick
Victor on
flank
Jet
कर
was
रहा है
on
भाई
those breeze maps.
चलो मैंने
And
मंगा
while
दिया
towards
अपने
the
लिए
end
2
of that
burger
comp, didn't look as
और
clean.
chicken wings. Let's
At
go.
the very beginning when they pulled it out, when they pulled out the neon comps, all
पांच
those
बजे
different
जिंदा ना
innovative
यार.
stuff that they did. It
भाई
looked so good.
KJ.
Artist with the first kill finds the spike too. So he knows exactly how this is going down. The spike is headed towards A and they're pinching on them from all sides.
NRG बहुत ही बढ़िया खेल रही है.
Spots him, clears him up.
They don't know एक और flank है. They don't know एक और flank है.
I don't know that they know either. All yes is a frenzy though.
Won't matter either because Artist was already coming from the doorway, and if they leave the rotating door closed, they'll know they have to come through main. Looking for exits now. Here. You saw the shift right there, completely. Just everybody backed up a little bit more, got very tight. And there's really no serious escape here for the side of Sentinels. Might be a lot of guns lost.
वो exit frags लेना चाह रहे हैं.
The
मुझे
right
पता है
read
round.
going up through spawn. Everybody wants to die to Spike.
Yeah. Hell, they're the ones who...
No. Good Molly. There wasn't time either.
Nice round, yeah.
नहीं. अच्छा राउंड तब होता अगर सेंटिनल्स वाले उसको मारते हैं एनर्जी वालों को.
Slow, methodical from
वो सारे
Sentinels.
स्पाइक से मरे ना तो किसी को भी अल्ट
And
ऑर्ब का
even
वो नहीं
though it
मिला
was
अल्टीमेट के लिए.
NRG encroaching on all sides. They still managed to not get squeezed out there. They still managed to find a way out.
बट स्टिल पिंच से निकल गए ना.
हाँ, at
First
least they
gun round
didn't
of the
lose
game.
weapons.
Everybody light armor on the server.
And NRG with another aggressive push towards A main. Victor now the first one forward. And it seems like Sentinels may be pushing their way in. How far up does Victor go?
I'm wondering if there's a real good combination here.
Yeah, they have a paranoia perhaps from some. Oh, you're just gonna back on out?
Yep. I mean, very similar protocol to what Tens was doing, but instead Victor activates his dash and stays on the angle after he gets cleared by the Trailblazer. And there finally uses it. I like that. How much longer he saves his dash, how he doesn't actually need to use his smoke there. You can see the optimization there from Victor, slightly better than the protocol out of Tens. But will it matter? They've got a tree set up here. We did not really see this sort of thing from Sentinels, but Spike's on the other side of the map. Def's high tide coming back up. They just cycled the wall, doors being popped open as well. But the Trailblazer cleared so much just then, down from stairs.
C push कर रहा हूँ A
It's
fake
only
था.
3 players here against Crashies.
30 seconds left.
C side मिल गई पूरी.
Drops the first molly, still has the second. And just in the nick of time, Finesse seems like he's showing up. Artist is too. The rotation top to Trot, not far behind.
Here.
Good molly there for Crashies to keep the push back. Tens definitely wanted to go for it. They're still going to go for it.
Flash forward, Crashies dancing around the cloud burst, and Tens was blocked.
Ah.
गलत push
Tens.
था यार.
नहीं push सही था वो blind उस वक्त कर दिया उन्होंने.
Starting to back up and fight for control of the site. You see them white knuckling their
Nice
way to
second.
try to keep them back. But the energy flood.
Bro, Zekan, nice.
Victor getting one back. 3v3 here for the rest of the site. Artist spraying through as Victor.
Oh. Why Victor? How did he fucking get 4?
They want it.
Bro.
Huge round from Victor. I don't know where that came from. It just came out of spawn.
Victor का कैसा आया ये?
Did what Finesse could not. Off that early peak. And I thought for a moment there Zekin
अभी
was
replay दिखाएंगे
farming
तब
on the
देखते हैं.
site with that Bulldog. Against the light armor, the Bulldog a lot more effective.
ये देख 1,
See him spraying frantically. Here's the kills
2,
from Victor.
3,
Oh,
5.
short है यार.
Nasty things. Nasty, nasty things from the man himself.
5-run lead for NRG.
काफी बड़ा राउंड था यार.
The only real
Bonus था ना?
close by is Victor's
Sentinels का.
point away. Meanwhile, Zekin has
उनका full buy
very
था.
good engage to his
Are they going to challenge here? Finesse throws the flash. See if they walk out in front of that one way. And because of that, they do not challenge. Victor's success in that last round reminds me of how he was asked to shift his role so much for this core. From initiator to flex to initiator to duelist. When Ye last year had to play the chamber. And he did it every single time. Here he is again on a star player role with star player performances.
Shadows traveling.
He's delivering. The door tap.
Got your trail.
Will he get challenged? The Seekers cleared.
One way challenge करना तो फालतू ही है.
But you still have so much utility from Artist.
They're going for B.
And then you still have to deal with Artist himself.
Damage done, but not the kill. High Tide will get them the spike down. Look at the flank still here though, Crashies. Very curious.
Artist का kill निकालना बहुत important है.
Artist ने Crashies flank बढ़िया था. Oh fuck.
Went down.
नहीं.
Slip the net.
उसी टाइम पे बोला है ना उसने.
He's gonna slip the net and the
नहीं.
doesn't tag anything either. Saucy keeping one back.
Nice.
Expecting the other. That's 3 on the round for him, but can Crashies play hero? No,
Time nice.
The timing's just not great. Pakala getting 2 minutes.
बहुत प्यारा यार.
सासी का बहुत बढ़िया राउंड था. सासी ने 3 बढ़िया निकाल
Pankata
दिए.
had the right timing.
That this
to
is
come
very
back
good
there
for picks यार.
After he left his turret go down, or if that was uncomfortability on the roll.
Oof, how did this
I'm
happen?
leaning
Bhai?
towards the ladder, and he ends up getting fortunate on the timing that they walk back through waterfall after clearing it.
One,
either way,
2.
it is Sasi and Pancada to combine to clean up this round.
The Brazilian duo.
He really is. You've been seeing a lot of multi-kills for him on this new role. Not playing the initiator that he normally is. And he's playing fantastic. One of the biggest questions for the Sentinel squad after last week.
ये वॉल बहुत बढ़िया लगती है हार्बर की. साथ-साथ क्लियर करते रहता है उसके साथ.
With the new rules. They've got a lot to learn.
डेफ का अल्ट है ना, डेफ अल्ट कर देगा यहाँ.
Deep harbor wall. They're gonna dash forward. Crashies is there, and he's ready, and he's waiting, and he gets the one that was free.
That was an accident.
Yeah.
Nice.
This guy goes down by accident.
10 इस मैप पे नहीं चल रहा.
Through that orb. And the spray that actually was taking down Tens. Oh gosh.
नहीं.
A wild jump peek from Finesse.
वो फिनेस ने अच्छा जंप पिक दी.
He was so wide.
I think the reason he survived might have been how wild that was.
Def getting the spike down. Sentinels still have a shot at this. They're just down
nice
one, and
ult.
they have the pit now.
भाई साहब पूरी B side पर गई भाई.
Playing underneath, and that's a little scary because those guys can walk up and negate the near sight.
Look at that wall. You have a wall protecting the pit. So many layers that NRG are gonna have to get through. Flash getting one. They're waiting, they're patient now. They're trying to flood out. Victor getting one with the blades, but he's weak. And
Nice, Zeka, nice.
It's a 1v1, but Victor's 1 HP.
Okay, it's coming back.
Yeah, it's back. The flash is
बहुत ही बढ़िया, बहुत ही बढ़िया.
बहुत ही प्यारा.
Well done.
And we might just yet
कैसे
have a
B
game
के उसमें
still.
परफेक्ट बीच में आ रहा है.
3 rounds the difference now.
B side पे वाइपर अल्ट क्या भयंकर है भाई.
NRG may just run away with it. Look at this kill on the Tens, and Pancada was the first guy he shot by accident there. That's
पेनकार्डा तो पता नहीं कैसे मरा भाई. 5v3 है अभी हो गया था.
Second carry, भाई second carry.
That pit that Sasi got up. He kept it up for so long. The NRG players were suffocating inside of it. That second
कोच पीछे नहीं बैठा है इस बार.
क्या?
क्योंकि चैंपियंस में तो कोच पीछे ही बैठा था ना टीम के इस बार.
तो वो इंटरनेशनल इवेंट था ना, इंटरनेशनल थोड़ी है.
NRG with the timeout. NRG need to come up with the plans on attack side.
इसको क्वालिफाई करके इंटरनेशनल बैठेगा ना.
Really good ideas.
मेरे को ना अभी एक्चुअली समझ भी नहीं आ रहा है. इस चैंपियंस एंड लॉक इन मतलब चैंपियंस और लॉक इन सेम लेवल का है क्या इंटरनेशनल में उसमें? मतलब इज लाइक लॉक इन मास्टर्स रेक्यूविक जैसा है या फिर चैंपियंस जैसा है कि मतलब द फाइनल डेस्टिनेशन ईयर एंड का?
No idea.
एंड नो कोई चैट में अगर चैट में अगर कोई मेरे को बता सकता है कि मतलब इज लाइक लॉक इन जो था VCT लॉक इन वाज दैट लाइक मास्टर्स रेक्यूविक लेवल या फिर ऐसा VCT मतलब वैलोरेंट चैंपियंस वाला? कि आई नो वैलोरेंट चैंपियन इज द बिगेस्ट वन ना. आई थिंक लॉक इन भी अपना सेपरेट है क्योंकि लॉक इन के लिए भी नाइफ निकला था ना, नाइफ स्किन सिर्फ इंटरनेशनल इवेंट्स के लिए निकलती है. हाँ तो वो भी चैंपियंस लेवल पे ही होगा VCT लॉक इन. चल शुरू हो गया.
The entire time. Forcing maps like Lotus, forcing maps like Pearl.
भाई
And Icebox even.
क्या बढ़िया स्पेस ले रही है. इसका नाम ये NRG का एक्सपेक्टेशन बहुत कम थी लेकिन दे आर डूइंग वेल वे बेटर देन आई थॉट. VCT लॉक इन बहुत बड़ा कॉर्बन.
In this situation, definitely power ults that can swing the round, but they're not exactly ones that fully guarantee it.
मैसेज रिट्रैक्ट कर लेता है यार बार. प्रॉपर्ली लिख के बता ना भाई त्रियम भी.
What are they waiting for here? Victor gonna feel some pressure with the Trailblazer and shoots true to try to clear it out. Gives his position away and has to tuck tail.
I think one of the things there that you're looking at both Def and Sasi playing such passive positions behind that wall are hoping that instead of re-aggroing and re-clearing down C like NRG is doing consistently, they'll swap that over to A in the late round. Breaks the door open for those Seekers to go through, get a little bit more info.
Tens is already on site.
Look at the last Seeker all the way in spawn right now, actually giving them all the information. All 5 players now are going to be here for the NRG squad.
use the lockdown. There's still going to be tree that Sentinels can
Tens
play
अपने आप को I think sacrifice करने वाला है नहीं
They get the spike down, and yeah, they're going to tuck right on back.
सब tree में है भाई
You also have Sasi who's playing off further back.
They're swinging back in the side.
And they hit the door to pretend that they're going to be pulling off, but they want to take the fight to NRG.
नहीं oh wait 3v3 3v2 2v2 wait seconds noise bro भाई साहब
round है
seconds OP
He is going crazy this game on the sky. 18-11, top fragger on the server.
देखा बोला और Tens is the bottom right now.
Great call from Sentinels to reflood into the site after they realized that lockdown's not pushing them far.
हाँ वो lockdown अच्छा नहीं था उनका केजे का.
From the NRG side, that they're not gonna do that. They're gonna sit back and tree. They're gonna go for post plant.
Audience को बोल रहा है शोर मचाओ चलो चलो.
The entry back in. But because of that flood, they lost track of where all the players were coming back out of. That smoke from Tens as well. It's going great.
This has the potential to be chaotic. Look at how far up NRG are on C. Sentinels once again wanting to fight with the paranoia.
Bro, no!
Oh my gosh, it's a disaster.
NRG?
That is
Bro.
so cool from Victor and Sam. The paranoia deafens them.
विसिटी लॉक इन में वर्ल्ड की बेस्ट 16 टीम्स का बीट करती हैं वो चैंपियंस का लेवल का ही है हाँ वही इट वाज चैंपियंस लेवल भाई
And he gets the
साहब
disgusting flank off with just a classic, mind you.
बेहतरीन राउंड बाय एनर्जी
And a huge round out from NRG again in a situation where they didn't have.
अगर इसने 1v5 क्लच कर दिया ना सासी ने उद्मगन में तेरे को माइनक्राफ्ट खरीद के दे दूंगा
Now Victor and Finesse having rifles, Sam as well.
And more layers to that too while we have a second. They tap that orb.
लाइक लिटरली अभी 5 मिनट में मतलब इस स्ट्रीम के बाद
And try to challenge the player with the orb.
नहीं खरीद के दूंगा मेरे को माइनक्राफ्ट ही दूंगा
Sentinels is trying to receive the anti-eco push.
ठीक नहीं करेगा तो
Battle of the brains continue.
Yeah, that's a telestrator play right there.
That is
impossible.
It's a lot of fun. They're going to continue 15 seconds. They got all the guns already, so happy to chase down Sasi.
बहुत ही बढ़िया
Artist was the only one, and yeah, he's gonna get something.
बहुत ही बढ़िया
Now 4 rifles carried into that round from NRG.
Yeah, they might have just given themselves room for almost the rest of this game economically just because of that one thrifty.
भूख लग गई भाई मेरा ऑर्डर कब आएगा
I'm not sure if it's a reset for Sentinels. We need to check on that one. Look, everybody, and the flash as well coming in late. They have no clue. Look how grouped up they were. All 4 players hit by that paranoia.
arriving in 14 minutes
Oh, and it's cold from Finesse too. Usually, yo, he's popping off on the stage. Especially after a call like that.
Dialed in, a timeout called here. As we near the end of this opening map. Still a 3-round lead for NRG. You know, you mentioned the coldness out of Finesse in situations like that. I just go back to the previous round where Zach can face, like, no expression in his face, but still playing up to the crowd. Like, you can tell these are just two, like,
वो स्पेस बहुत अच्छे से एक्वायर कर रहे हैं और सेंटिनेल्स स्पेस ले रहे हैं
right? Like Sentinels looking better as the season has gone on, and NRG on return to form from last week. It just feels like a heavyweight fight.
I mean, this could definitely be the 2 best teams in North America. I think we're trying mostly to place them outside of that.
Papi.
But the battle for the Americas League is not fought within North America only. But it still matters so much to these teams. Sentinels down 3.
Setup दिखा रहा उसका.
Interesting too. We haven't really seen Sentinels go for something fast and aggressive, and right now they're all stacked up A into the op from Victor.
Doesn't have the same leeway here with the Phantom that he did, and he does get tagged.
Almost dead.
A lot of damage actually.
नहीं अच्छा नहीं. Shield अड़
Part
गई.
of that was the decay of running back through the wall.
वो decay था.
Still gets a bullet though in the leg. Surprised to see him going for the op when he's finding success with the Phantom, especially on the retakes. But he does have that knives as a secondary option.
B मत जाना भाई.
They've got them trapped. Yeah, the pit's there, and they're also controlling panel. There was a flash. Victor now
Ooh.
landing the shot with the op.
Surviving every time though. Heels coming back up. Saucy.
Oh, he's getting so far up.
Nice.
And he walks right into the shorty barrel.
The game sense from Victor is insane right now with those shorties.
Only a couple of members left for Sentinels on A, and it feels like they're spread a little thin. What's the cue for NRG to go? Where do they pounce? Zekin already falls down.
Nice.
Able to take one with him, but that's all it is, and it would be an outrageous play for him to pull that off, but he cannot. Sam's gonna get the defuse. NRG are gonna get to 12.
अब अगर
And they still have the op for Victor.
Sentinels जीतती है 12-8
And
में.
he still has his knives too. I don't think he popped them. He used the
Minecraft कितने का आता है?
That's the secondary.
25 हो गया शायद.
I'll give you a 1K.
Situations like that, anyways, the knives are going to be used in the same sense of a
Okay.
shorty, where you're just trying to get a right-click kill while you go back to your
It
primary.
is very interesting.
Because it is so cheap. I mean, the knives in this instance can kill from a much longer range with the right click. But I have to point out the game sense from Victor there to recognize Saucy was going to go for something cheeky. Saucy is the one. While Zekin is receiving the plays a lot of times and living up to the moment, Saucy is the one being proactive about it. So if they cancel that, nobody else on Sentinels is really finding that same groove.
That flash hit? Yeah, it did. Sam backing up. Got finesse close by.
दोनों कुत्ते मार रहे एक दूसरे को.
They're investing a lot into this, but that
Nice.
Oh, nice, nice.
finesse falls. I mean, they've dropped the Reckoning, they've dropped Harbor Utility, but they all want to go
Bro,
towards C.
are they going
And
C?
there's actually
नहीं.
Spike canceled mollies here.
Lord,
And nothing breaks them, so 1 minute, this is going to be a
No,
lot
5
of
of them
time
are
for them to
there.
get back into this. That turret down right now, Pankata's trying to get it back up.
Oh, and it's clear.
He pulled it away.
Victor's creeping up. You've got Zekin who's waiting to receive. And the timing on that is just so much fun. Is he going to swing out? Is it going to be Victor who's coming through? But Victor's
Nice.
Nice one, Zekin.
Gets out of there as well. A secondary attempt going to come through from Crashes, but the rest of NRG.
Zekin's ready for it, man. Look at him. He's pushing forward.
At this point, he's hunting.
Yeah.
Nice. ये दोनों सेव करेंगे अब B पर.
It looked like NRG wanted to maybe put Crashes there in a position to get a lot of exits with the pressure from the door that Sam was putting on while the rest of them walk
क्या
away
बढ़िया
and save
चमक रही
their
है उसकी
weapons.
गन. टॉप फ्रैगर है वो.
And especially
मतलब
if they get
दोनों
these two
टीम में
guns
सबसे
saved,
बेहतर.
there's
दोनों टीम में सबसे ज्यादा.
3
भाई
rounds
साहब.
अच्छा ऐसा
for sure
25
of both
25 kills पे
reckoning.
होता है ना?
नहीं 25 किल पे
For
वो
the
पूरी
NRG
लाल हो
even
जाएगी.
losing this one and
बट
getting
उसका
a reset.
वो देख रहा है 20-13-6 उसका स्कोर. 20
We got
किल और
gun runs
13
all the way
डेथ.
through.
Yep.
For both sides, it looks like.
20 किल 14 डेथ. 6
Second
असिस्ट.
time out, last time out from NRG.
अब अगर टेंस चल जाए मजे आ जाएंगे अभी इस
The
मैप.
second half early, and now again trying to find a way to close out this game, and they're not.
चलो ऑप
taking
नहीं
this
मिली
lightly
उन्हें.
either. This threat right now
NRG
is
वालों को.
within 3 from Sentinels.
साला कितना टाइम आउट लेंगे बे.
A moment to talk things through here. We saw just before the timeout was called. Another op was invested. So they're continuing to put trust in Victor to find value with that
एक
weapon.
और ऑप ले ली भाई साहब.
Again, that decision to me is very.
अब अगर ये
surprising
राउंड
given
एक राउंड और हार गए ना
everything we
एनर्जी
got from Sentinels.
इनकी इको खराब हो जाएगी.
The Harbor Viper is so difficult to
They
find
need one
good
more
angles
round.
from. You get
I take my
everything chopped up
यार
in front of
1000
you.
वाली बात.
Yeah, I say that, and he found that gap.
चल
and
दे
dropped that
दूंगा
one
मैं कोई
time.
नहीं. डील करिए.
And he's able to find value other
करना तो
ways as
पड़ेगा.
well. Especially
YouTube
because I think he still has his
स्ट्रीम
knives up.
8 लोगों के सामने
He
होगी.
does as well, yeah.
I mean, I don't mind अगर मुझे पैसा मिल रहा है.
NRG
तो bro,
just
होगी
within
भी
arm's
आजकल.
reach of closing out this map.
But promise
Taking
me
a
you have
1-0
to buy
series lead
Minecraft
into
from
the
me.
next.
हाँ मैं वो 1000 रुपए अपने दूसरे ग्रो वाले अकाउंट में शिफ्ट कर दूंगा तो खर्च ही नहीं होंगे.
हाँ just save it for Minecraft.
Both teams
I will.
definitely improving on their last week's performance so far, in my opinion. Even though Sentinels got that win over 100 Thieves, I don't think it was as clean as it might have looked.
या
from the
भेजना ही मत
surface.
लिख लेना.
Every single game
ले
went to
रहूंगा
the
तो
wire. 2
भेजना ही
games
मत
went to
लिख लेना.
overtime. They barely pulled it out on a cent.
जब
जैसे
खरीदना
तेरे
होगा
पे
लिख.
हाँ जैसे तेरे पे 1500 रुपए आएंगे भैया 1000 भेज
Thing
दो.
here against NRG.
हाँ.
इस्तेमाल कर दूंगा वरना मैं
1500 वाला वर्जन भी ले सकता हूँ मैं।
कौन सा जावा 1500 वाला कौन सा
पर दो है ना, डीलक्स एडिशन है, एक और है।
कौन सा
चेक करता हूँ।
Remember, he flanked last time too. He's gonna go for it.
Get my...
ओ नहीं
Might just be a game-ending pick.
विक्टर भयंकर खेल रहा है भाई, विक्टर बेहतरीन खेल रहा है, विक्टर कैरी कर रहा है अभी।
Sassy's already committed his wall. The strengths of this comp are with having the ability to pivot.
And now they don't.
28 पे 20
What
पे
else do you have to provide cover? And now the blade's online.
Sam has to stay on this fake. He cannot bite on the B fake right now.
He's patient. And they're creeping right by him. The alarm bot gives the position
Nice.
away.
Nice. Oh, nice. Tens. Finally.
Tens comes in untrapped to trade that. I'm not even sure that Pancata was going to be in the position to do so himself.
3v3.
Second once again.
Nice.
Nice. बहुत ही
बहुत
बढ़िया।
प्यारा है यार।
Second. He should give it away though.
लॉल।
Confirming his suspicions. The flash to swing around.
बहुत ही बढ़िया।
प्यारा सेकंड यार।
Another round for Sentinels.
Nice decision to ult भाई।
Oh, they're far from done.
इको खराब।
Two round lead. To escape second hunting.
$29.
This is a difficult spot to get through though.
And deluxe collection is $40.
If you don't want to go through the
इंडियन उसमें सर्च कर Amazon वगैरह में देख कितने का है।
big queue of opening the door itself, I think there's about 10 seconds left.
Java edition, Java edition.
15 total maybe.
चेक करता हूँ। आपने Amazon से लिया था?
मैंने सस्ते में लिया था
Even if he
थोड़ा।
dies here, you have Tens who has the opportunity of chasing this down.
He knows.
2895.
Tens go. Oh my goodness, yeah, he was about to swing.
He was looking up for the up trap too from Tens. That's surprising. Did have the knife, so.
भाई short.
The knives were out there from Finesse.
2526 हो गई है।
Crashes too. And Zach can put him in the blender.
क्योंकि मैंने सस्ते में लिया था ना, मैंने 1500 के आसपास में लिया था।
यार इतना सस्ता?
पता नहीं कैसे मिला था मेरे को, Amazon पे कोड दे रहा था, वो कोड से करा था। रिस्की था बट कर लिया था मैंने, ले लिया था।
हाँ कोड ही दे रहा है Amazon पे, PC गिफ्ट कार्ड।
ज़ेकन कैरी कर रहा है, ट्रू भाई। सासी भी अच्छा खेल रहा है, ज़ेकन और सासी दोनों। अच्छा इको नहीं है इनका, लॉल। स्टिल हैव मनी भाई साहब, कितने अमीर है भाई।
You have so many members of NRG here. You've got Song close by, Finesse getting info with the Trailblazer, and you still have that op you have to take care of.
भाई ये वो बहुत निकालना बहुत important।
Again, lines of sight blocked over and over from Victor. He's trying to be dynamic.
Ball box spam कर दो बस, box spam कर दो।
But when you're starting off all the way back, you saw the success of the last round was because he started way forward, unexpectedly. Now. He's almost neutered entirely right.
Third tap of the door, if I'm not mistaken.
अरे वो वाइपर स्मोक नहीं होता, दिख जाता ओमन।
टेंस घुस गया नहीं। वेट ओमन नाइस। एक ही गया, एक ही मिला, सिर्फ एक ही मिला।
देखते रहे।
नहीं यार टेंस यार।
क्यों हग रहा है इतना?
Numbers NRG here, but Spike's ticking away. It has for a little while now. They're gonna have to move forward with some pace.
नहीं
गया।
It's all on Pancata. Finesse on the tap. He's gonna get a tap. No, but that molly's gonna help. It's gonna buy some time. The spam out. He's got to land these shots and crashes now, and he cannot. The defuse is gonna come through, and Sentinels gave a run at it, but NRG closed.
बच गए मेरे 1000 रुपए।
1310 बोला था ना?
मेरे 1000 रुपए बच गए।
Scary moment there. As Sam almost didn't even get the first one, but they're gonna take that, fix whatever issue happened to him.
Sam W stripper.
क्या?
That's a huge win. Sentinels really
बंदे ने कार्ड पकड़ रखा था, Sam W stripper.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I have to wonder how important that Lotus pick was to them. They forego the opportunity to go for a double duelist comp by picking Lotus because they saw how weak it was for NRG. But they are not Leviathan. And NRG had a complete, I mean, that first half was beautiful.
बहुत ही भाई साहब।
वो first half बहुत dominant था यार।
And it was all off of, again, the composition changes. You can tell the game plan was
कितना था? 7-5 हाफ था ना?
Remember, they just played
this. ये 8-4।
9-3 हाफ था।
अच्छा 9-3 था। कर्स काम नहीं आया।
a 1-0 series.
ये राउंड हरा दिया, ये राउंड बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था।
Icebox on the other side of this break.
वो पिस्टल वाला राउंड बहुत ही वो था।
टेंशन बहुत लगा यार।
कोई नहीं यार, नहीं चलते यार मैप, क्या बोल सकते हैं। चलो मेरा खाना भी बढ़िया टाइम पे आने वाला है। अबे थंबनेल कैसा लगा इस वाली स्ट्रीम का मेरा?
देखा नहीं मैंने।
वॉच पार्टी का देखियो, मैंने नए थंबनेल बनाए हैं इस बार के लिए। चैट हाउ आर माय थंबनेल्स फॉर दिस? आजकल नए थंबनेल बना रहा हूँ मैं, जो वैलोर क्या
ये वाला अच्छा है,
वॉच पार्टी वाला ना, और वैलोरेंट वाला जो मैं स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ आजकल, नॉर्मल वैलोरेंट वाले स्ट्रीम
देखता हूँ वो लाइव। ये भी अच्छा है।
ऐसे और
नाइस।
बनाऊंगा।
वैलोरेंट कस्टम से उसके 5.2 के सब्सक्राइब वो पहुंच गए थे व्यूज।
वो बहुत पहले पहुंच गया था, जब मैं हर रोज स्ट्रीम करता था तब की बात है। लेट्स गो, 973 हो गए सब्सक्राइबर्स, नाइस। सिर्फ 27 सब्स अवे फ्रॉम 1000। एप्पल ऐड, येलो वाला आईफोन निकल गया ना नया। लार्जर देन लाइफ बैटरी लाइफ। Oof, I want Sentinels to win, man. Come on. I want the Master Sentinels जो मतलब भयंकर ही जीती थी भाई. Why does Sentinels always lose when I watch hashtag PCT America? ये भाई विक्टर ने करा था, उनकी जेट है ना भाई, एनआरजी की जेट, भाई साहब क्या खेली है भाई. ओह अराइविंग इन 2 minutes, मेरा खाना आने वाला है, ये लेट्स गो.
मैं तो मोस्ट प्रोबेबली पूरी रात ही उठे रहूंगा.
मैं भी मतलब ये MIBR वगैरह से स्क्रू देखूंगा, उसके बाद ही सोऊंगा, मतलब पूरी रात ही उठाऊंगा मोस्ट प्रोबेबली. आज पूरे फुल स्ट्रीम करूंगा ना, वॉच आवर्स निकालूंगा आज. आई वांट टू गेट, इस बार मैं थोड़ा सीरियस ले रहा हूँ भाई YouTube और ज़्यादा, जितना पिछली बार लिया था उससे भी ज़्यादा. I wanna भाई कुछ करके दिखाना है भाई, बनना है इस बार. 2-3 हज़ार सब्सक्राइबर आराम से करना है. कंटेंट भी निकालूंगा अभी भाई. क्या ही बोलूं,
क्या हुआ
मतलब एडिट करना मेरे को पसंद है, बट एट द सेम टाइम एडिटिंग इज द वर्स्ट वन.
हाँ आई गेट द पॉइंट, समझ गया. एक बंदी पटानी है यहाँ पर से
हैं. सेम भाई सेम. अस भाई अस, नई बंदी पटानी.
मुझे एट द सेम टाइम पटानी भी नहीं है, बड़े मुश्किल होती है औरतों को संभालना.
मेरे को पटानी भी नहीं है भाई, आई जस्ट वांट टू.
आई एग्जैक्टली.
तेरे को तो बता दिया था मैंने क्या हुआ था, मैंने मेरे साथ हो गए भाई ब्रेकअप. तो सिंगल है,
सिंगल लाइफ बेस्ट. यार वैल्करी बड़ी हॉट है यार.
क्या वैल्करी क्यों घूर रहा है साले?
ऐसे स्ट्रीम देख रहा था उसकी.
मैं भी देखता हूँ.
कल वाली पिक्सल वन वाली क्यूट भी है.
हाँ बहुत ही.
NRG picks up a massive win on Lotus, and boy oh boy, if you told me last week that NRG
इसका जो सुकुना वाला कॉस्प्ले था ना,
but not the case here today because
उस टाइम पे हो गया था भाई मेरा, लाइक ओ
यार.
this is is
हाँ
really the energy that we
क्योंकि
want
वो
to see.
बहुत
The
ही प्यारा
energy
cosplay
that
था
always comes in with a game plan. The energy that always outthinks their opponent. This very much felt like that NRG returning to form based on what we saw last week.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like Sen wanted to go for what we saw C9 do to Loud yesterday. They pick into the map, the other team picked the previous week.
Yeah.
Counter-strat them. But it didn't go that way because NRG, unlike Loud
ये
yesterday,
मेरा
actually
खाना आ
came
गया
into this week with a new look. They
हेलो
changed around what was rather not working for them on the previous.
भैया सेकंड फ्लोर पे आ
Sen
सकते हो
struggled against
सेकंड
that
फ्लोर पे आ
new
जाओ
look, things being centered around Victor.
Yeah, they really did. And I think for Sentinels, we saw some of the issues.
नहीं नहीं वो उस पे ना वो हाथ वो जगह दे रखी है लॉक खोलने के लिए
Taking early space is a bit of a challenge, so you have to kind of be slow, work it with your smokes, but they wanted to play
भैया
this round. So
एक बड़ा सा गेट होगा 827 का
these late sites without a smoke to back them up. And because you're investing so much in these early rounds.
हाँ तो वो छोटा वाला जो गेट है उसमें बड़ा सा गेट है उसमें छोटा गेट लगा होगा ना वो जगह दे रखी है उसमें ताला खोलने के लिए
You're often running into these situations where you're at kind of a utility deficit.
हाँ आप सेकंड फ्लोर पे आ जाओ मैं बाहर
Strength of their comp, which is with the Omen and the Sky and the Jet, playing for these super fast and strong retakes.
किल नहीं निकल पाई इस बार बिल्कुल भी
That was kind of a struggle that also
नहीं इसके
showed
सेक्टर
in
पे
the
आ
head-to-head
रहा
between these two Jet players, because the support for Victor was fantastic, Wyatt.
Yeah, 10's far worse stats than Victor, but I don't really think that's much fault of his own. He was put in a terrible position. Most of that attack half because he's just having to dash into his smoke.
मैं चैट 2 मिनट अपना फूड लेके
out of it, there's not really good smokes in front of him for the defenders to have to work around. There's just that one high tide. So for the defenders, it's pretty easy to immediately just take the fight onto him. Also, even if he stayed alive, then his job is to take point after the fact and keep fighting, because after the spike goes down, those players on Sentinels, to win out the rounds, just have to take fights. They can't play back. There's no smokes to play around. And honestly, most of the reason that this game even ended up kind of close in the end was because of Zekin just going crazy and winning out some of those rounds, taking the fights they needed to. So they did the right thing, but the comp for me just wasn't lending itself to a good game.
Yeah, and it meant that, sure, Sentinels has a fantastic player quality. Their kind of synergy has improved vastly, so they were good at winning some of those late round fights. But for me, this is another game where I think NRG looked a lot stronger in the way of game plan, which I'm very happy to see, because their last two kind of ideas around Lotus ended in disappointment. This looked a lot better.
Yeah, and I think also when you talk about Sentinels and NRG,
hey guys,
really
I'm
the
back.
devil's in the details with them, because they're such practice, prepared.
Let's eat some
You
food.
really have to exploit those small details where you can, which was to your point, which is the reason why I think 10's really suffered today.
Yeah, one of the main problems with that comp too is just in the early rounds and the late rounds, honestly, with the, Sentinels players being forced to play around high tides and Viper utility, it's just so obvious.
Flash नहीं था एक तो उन पे ना
especially in the early round, like the way that they were trying
Sentinels
to
पे
parts of A and control that, where they have the Viper wall
Udmagan, hello
through A, and then the Viper orb, and then a Sky Dog, and then Tens goes out to clear the right side. Like already you're committing 3 players there.
उन पे फ्लैश नहीं था एक तो प्रॉब्लम ये थी
For the defending side, it's not like you have an Omen and you can throw that smoke down.
नेक्स्ट वाला पिक देखते हैं कैसा होगा
फ्लैश ना सिर्फ एक स्काई थी और बाकी किसी पे फ्लैश नहीं था उन पे ओमन पे फ्लैश था
ओमन फ्लैशेस बहुत अच्छे होते हैं यार
And they tried to go for a fake and
हाँ लॉन्ग रेंज रहता है और पक्का ही है फ्लैश होगा ही होगा
had to go to a site.
डॉज ही नहीं कर सकते हम लोग
ओमन फ्लैश को डॉज करना बहुत टफ है
डॉज कर ही नहीं सकते तुम टफ क्या
I want to just take a moment to talk about the
there is no possible way to dodge a omen flash
amazing calls in this game, and the casters were going crazy about this one. Super cool idea, right? You have the paranoia to block out the sound. You have Victor dashing in behind. It's just these little plays that might be preset, might not, but these ideas that NRG is able to come up with on the fly are just excellent, and I think that's what's always defined teams led by finesse.
And to your point on this round, I think one of the reasons that it was called is because nothing happened towards A, and they knew that they could go for that. There was just no noise there, so that was one of the reasons that they, I think, opted to actually going for that aggressive play on that round.
There were just so many tells, right? I think from across the board, and when you give that info, right, or lack of info to FNS, he knows exactly what to do. Sorry, the artist formerly known as FNS now.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, I am very, very excited for where this NRG team can potentially go, especially going into Icebox, or the Heineken 0.0 Icebox, which will be coming up here in a moment. But before we get into map 2, slow roll for a minute here. Let's get a little warm up going with the Aim Lab shoot around. And here's everyone's favorite streamer. It's Sam. He's going to be shooting bubbles like a champion.
I'm very excited. We get to see Sam on Icebox. This guy was incredible on this map at Lock-In. Probably like the best individual player on a map was his Viper on Icebox.
Yeah, that box.
He's so damn
कितना slow कर रहा है?
And he was also fantastic at the start of this series. His Omen play on Lotus was really quality. Sam is continuing to prove that even though before their first couple matches people had doubts of whether he could perform at this level, he's here to stay. This guy's fantastic.
Yeah, I think someone had to tell him what was going on in this segment. He looked somewhat confused. Okay, now
He thought people wanted to see a smile.
He looks like he.
was
Oh
like,
wait, I gotta
what
shoot
is
the
this?
bubbles.
What am I doing?
Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Okay, let me go faster here. What a guy. What a
He's
guy.
figuring it out. He learns fast. That's why he's such a good player.
Exactly. Really, I think that this Aim Lab shoot around has just taught us everything that we need to know here about Sam.
I feel so
No more
connected with
analysis
him
is
as a person
necessary.
now.
Yeah, I've connected with him as a human being, and this is where we are right now. But yeah, I mean, again, you know, I think it just goes without saying, Sam has been such an instrumental part of this team. The young players on this squad, right? You know, Zekin also popping off too in that last game. But now we go to the Heineken 0.0 Icebox. I've been wanting to say that all season long.
Heineken
So,
0.0
really
Icebox.
stoked that we're going into the
Lekin
box
sponsor.
now. And look, this is a great position here, Mimi, for NRG. You look at this pool, you're like, this makes sense. Sentinels, of course, they're going to pick Lotus. NRG looked booty at it last week. And then they win it. They come out 13-10. NRG have to be feeling so good right now.
Yeah, they really do. And we've already talked about how good NRG is. But for the side of Sentinels, they're solid on this map. They've been willing to play it. They
For
play
sure.
the basic
Let's
comp
not
with the
count 'em
KO,
out.
But it's not one of the favorites in their pool. You know, they're reaching into the bottom of the cooler. It's still nice and cool. It's a good drink.
Yeah.
It's not quite your first choice.
Exactly.
That was a Heineken 0.0.
You want a fresh, crisp Heineken 0.0. That's what you really want there. They're getting their money's worth, let me tell you this much. That being said,
my
though,
check, honey?
as we get ready for this next matchup, Wyatt, what are you looking for here as far as like adjustments from Sentinels? Because, and I say this because to the point we were talking about in the pre-show, Sentinels very focused on putting their players in their comfort roles, their comfort picks. Do you think that we're going to get more of the same here potentially on Icebox, or could we potentially see some innovation?
यार Xbox को बड़ी गांड मारी थी सेंटिनेल्स की पिछली बार चैंपियंस में
into something like we saw in the previous
but
matches.
VCT
Harbor is
में
becoming
Champions
so,
में तो
prevalent
team भी
on-
तो कितनी
on
अलग थी।
Icebox, but of course, Icebox is still one of the maps in the
सारे तो
pool
नए
that
बंदे
is-
हैं
since
सेंटेंस
it
के
came
अलावा।
out and still is, it's just so scrappy. And you want to see Tens and Zekin just be put in position to go nuts on the A site and run around and swing with freedom, be set up in that way.
Yeah, I think we established yesterday as well that I really like duelist players.
बहुत
and
कम
this is
देखा
a
हुआ था
map where I
स्प्लिट
wanna
को
see
ऐसे
Absolutely,
सीरीज
and
चैंपियनशिप
I'm
लो
gonna
ऐसे
talk about it more,
सीरीज में
'cause I want to see both artists and Tens.
नहीं नहीं अब तो
maybe
खेलने
have
लग
an
गए बहुत।
opportunity to go onto the jet on this map. Previously, both these teams
Split
were
is a
playing
genuinely
variations
fun
of
map,
KO,
क्योंकि
where it was forcing players to flex around a little bit. I'm not sure if NRG will make the change to artists on jet.
डब्बू
because
को
I
नहीं
think,
पसंद,
as we
डब्बू
saw in
hates
map
it।
one,
Yeah.
They've kind of moved away from comfort. And
I
on the other
hate
side,
I
Sentinels
hate
has really moved
Breeze
towards it.
भाई
So I think that they might put Tens
Aim
on the
map है
jet,
ना?
but I don't think NRG will do the same for artists.
इसलिए
Yeah,
मेरे
that's
को भी
what
नहीं
I
पसंद।
was wondering, where it's like, do you keep this going, right? I thought Victor
Split
was
में बस
fantastic.
कुछ भी कर लो बकचोदी हो
Split
जाता
अच्छा
है
लगता है, मेरे को भी split अच्छा
He got
लगता
the
है।
op shots where he needed to. Victor's a phenomenal
Ascent भी अच्छा
rifler,
लगता है मुझे।
but to
Ascent
see him
मेरा
also
favorite है।
take that op and
Ascent and
do
Bind।
some work with it, good. That's all you want.
Bind is a
Baseline,
very
right?
good
Just
map.
get you over the line here, and I think on Icebox, especially with NRG's experience on this map here, Sentinels have a lot to worry about here, Wyatt.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, speaking of the comfort picks, artists, the jet for him was definitely a comfort pick
For sure.
at a lot of points in his career. That was one of the things where Navi at the
ये
time,
बड़ा अच्छा खेलता है। ये
sometimes
Fnatic
when
भी
they
था।
were in a pinch, they would just switch things back to, all right, we've
Woody
gone
वाला
too
बंदा।
crazy, we've strayed too
पता
far
नहीं।
away from what works. Let's bring artists back onto the jet, bring a little normalcy to the composition, and that was something where he would always shine if they kind of, went a little bit too outside the box.
Yeah. Now, I do want to let everyone know at home, because I'm sure you guys are like, man, these guys are talking forever.
And जैसे
I get it. I totally understand.
live
I love
audience
the
को तो
sound of
मैच
my own
stream हो
voice.
रही थी
But
बड़ी screen
thankfully,
पे।
though, the game is going to be
क्या?
starting in a
Progress
moment here.
reset
We
नहीं
had
सकते।
an issue on the stage,
क्या?
a crash there, so we just had to get that sorted
Sorry,
out.
sir.
लाइव
to
ऑडियंस के
ensure
लिए
that we can get back into the
लाइव ऑडियंस के लिए
matchup
बड़ी
as
स्क्रीन
fast
पे
as
होता है ना ये
possible, and
स्ट्रीम
that's why you're hanging out with us.
इसमें
So
प्रो प्लेस
stop
कभी
spamming
स्नाइप नहीं
cast
कर
to start
सकते
the game. Also, I'm a host, not a caster.
अलग तरफ होता है दूसरी तरफ।
Anyway, moving on though, as we look forward to this matchup.
जैसे ये तब तो एक दूसरे को आगे देख रहे हैं ना, इनके आगे दूसरी टीम है। जो मैच है वो दूसरी स्क्रीन पे चल रहा होता है।
इंटरेस्टिंग
Valo, welcome to the stream, man. Hey, how are you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Make sure to like the stream,
Thanks.
share it, and subscribe.
On the stage, so that
Welcome
makes
to the
me
watch
think that
party.
maybe we get the jet on Victor, or we get the KO. I would expect him to probably stick with that, but maybe they're really into the Victor jet, and I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah, it's possible. My question is honestly on the next one. I just want to see what Death picks.
Soam ने Viper लिया. Oh, interesting.
Smoke ही लेता है वो, controller ही लेता है. पिछले में भी उसने वो ही लिया था, Omen. हाँ तो वो controller ही तो है. वो फिर से dual controller.
Well done though, and yeah, and Finesse is going to go for the pickup on KJ there. So we'll see if we're going to get this Victor jet, but I think we are going to get Victor at least on a duelist of some kind here.
Yeah, so I think this is going to play out quite similarly with this attack siding start for the double controller composition. A lot of your strengths with this one are towards B, fighting deep with the harbor wall, towards A, taking the deep fights as well with that jet player. So I think that a lot of
Victor
what
on
is going
KO.
to have to be emphasized for the defensive side here on NRG is leaning into the fast flood retakes that they're playing on map
Slasher
number one,
Neandra.
and denying space in deep areas like towards Snowman against this harbor comp. But at this point, we've seen
Who
this
are
comp
you
a million
supporting?
times. You kind of know
Sentinels,
what to
bro,
expect.
Sentinels.
It's no longer a new thing, really.
Yeah, this comp really
Burger
defined
कहाँ से मंगाया था
the
आपने?
latter part
Burger
of the
King.
Icebox meta this last year.
Nice.
And now finally for the first time on Icebox there's actually new things you can do, so that's nice. And we always good. Those new
Flash
things
है
on
तो इन पे
Sentinels,
KO.
so that's pretty cool. Kind of a
उन
clash
पे
of the
sense
new
पे
and the old.
Sentinels पे
All
नहीं है.
right, guys. Well, let's see how this one's going to play out. And come on, Riot Games.
Suva
Let's go
initiated.
ahead. Let's wake up. Let's make some noise and let's send it over to your casters. You got Doug and Ball Up for the call.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. Yeah, we're heading over to the Heineken 0.0 Icebox, and it's going to be a banger. My only request is that we get to map 3.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, however this plays out, I hope it's a good game, and I hope it goes the distance.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get there. Icebox is the pick of NRG, and we saw at Lock-in how strong it was for them. That was one where they had pulled off a 9-3 comeback against Koi in their very, very first map, and it's the exact same comp. So let's see it. How it
Wait,
plays
the
out.
Sentinels पे flash नहीं है?
First flashes of Som being
नहीं.
a tier 1 controller, being a tier 1
कुछ
level
देख
player
रहा हूँ.
on that international stage.
Viper, KJ,
flash
Suva,
नहीं है.
Jet,
Live up to
and
that
हाँ but
expectation of
अबे
replacing Marved
Icebox पे flash की जरूरत नहीं है
on
pro
the bench
लोगों
for
को.
Sentinels on the other side of the
बात तो सही है.
stage as well.
Attacking कौन है? Sen.
Fast all
यार
dropping off on the left side there. The
flash
cascade
तो होना चाहिए लेकिन
denies a
actually
lot
A
of
side
vision
के लिए.
that you might see for the players over towards Boiler.
That turret's a little deep. This 3-man flank that's coming through from NRG is going to have to scale up
बढ़िया
pretty far
वॉल है,
before
बहुत ही
it's
प्यारी वॉल.
caught.
Which also means that that turret is going to not really tell them early enough, maybe. No, they break it really early. So Pancata's aware.
Yeah, instantly has to turn around.
So which is the call for Sentinels? Are they going to push forward or are they going to fall back and try to receive the flank?
Oh, they want to go forward. The drone pushes his way up. Tessie, Tens, and Sasi close by. Finesse not able to get anything, but Artist can. And you see this fight happening across the middle of the map as well. Goes in favor of
Pinch
Artist.
away guy.
अबे यार.
Control.
That's not a
Sentinels on pistol, man.
That is a big round, and Artist immediately having impact. He was by himself over there at that boiler. Completely solo. Received both tens and the rest of the Sentinels players that were pushing behind him.
गाली खाएंगे अगर ये हार गए
Dealt with
NRG
that
से तो.
so easily. And you do see him picking up that Marshall. He does tend to op on this map when he gets down to it. Even though you won't see that too often on the KJ.
200 thieves को आके NRG से नहीं हार
Here,
सकते
this is
यार.
a little bit more traditional roles
100
for
थी
most
तो
of them.
NRG अच्छी टीम है, उतनी बुरी भी नहीं है, but मेरे को लग ही नहीं रहा था इतना करेगी.
And for Sentinels,
बेहतरीन.
they're still
इतना
sticking
बुरा
with the
तो
same
नहीं
sort of
है.
switch up.
अभी तो शुरू हुआ है चल.
Definitely
I think
full
Icebox
committing
जीत जाएगी
it. When you do
Sentinels.
see
They
Harbor
need to
Viper
win
on
this.
one map,
I wish
most
they
teams are
do.
gonna tend to see
Map
that
3
on
देखना है.
all the maps where you
I
can run
see,
it,
yeah.
which is pretty much all the maps.
Good, nice shot
Great
यार.
opener out from Artist.
Marshall की
Again,
body
picking up
attack कुछ
where
भी
he
करता
left
मर
off
ही
in the
जाता है.
previous round. Hot start for him. What more can he find?
उनका तो बाय है ना अभी एनर्जी का.
They've left Def close by too.
I would be shocked if
Perhaps
they.
expecting aggression once again, like they saw in the previous round.
I would be shocked if they win. Sentinels wins this by
Thrown
round.
out from Crash's
में
two
जीतना बहुत
spots.
मुश्किल होता है.
At least one of the Sentinels players
वो भी
over
full
here.
shield ले गया आधों से ज़्यादा ने बस
They
विक्टर
do
के
want to
अलावा.
pivot over. Tens does. Oh, he did make some noise on that jump.
Just a step. It wasn't much, but it was enough.
Still gets all the way up here. That's the thing with Tens on this map. He does take a lot of risks, and it does pay off for him.
Sentences में अगर tenses पे चल जाएगा तो जीत जाएगा.
Sentinels can continue the same success they had on Lotus at getting on the
भाई
site, getting
सासी
that
बहुत
plant
लो है.
down.
Right. See finesse and Crash. He's just dancing around backside. And
Nice,
then you
nice,
have Artist
nice.
close by too, but Tens has gotten so close and truly they know where he is at this point.
नहीं.
हग रहा है भाई, हग रहा है. क्या कर रहा है?
Oh, wait, nice Sasi.
Sasi delivering a clean one of his own. Crash is
Nice.
trying to spam control the spray from the Spectre.
2v2, winnable.
And it all
But low
quietly
and low.
turns into a 2v2. Look at how weak the remaining members of
12
Sentinels
seconds.
are.
And the Molly is not going to let him through.
Finesse is in such a good position too. Even if they choose to swing out from that, he's able to receive. He's able to hold him.
Well played.
Well done by NRG.
ये लो तो अच्छा.
Still issues there, rearing. For Artis, he definitely was not aware of how close Tens was. Remember, he was all the way at the B side at the beginning, so he's rotating into unknown information. Maybe missed a comm or...
7 of the 10 players in this server have won a VCT international event. Damn.
For the
Yeah, it is.
players on the server here. 7 of
10s
10
नहीं जीता बस
winning
international
an
event.
international, a global tournament.
टेंस जीता तो है शायद.
अब international नहीं जीता. Masters international
At
थोड़ी
this
था.
point, there is a distinction. This event is...
I think हाँ Masters भी तो international पता नहीं.
Even though it's still...
Masters international है ना,
only
वही तो कह रहा
one
हूँ.
region in a sense.
चलो दोनों का full buy round है, देखते हैं कौन जीतता है.
Interesting, but no protocols to deny that orb early
Stream
on.
की वॉल्यूम थोड़ी तेज करना.
No shock mollies or anything like that. They hold it. The dart too.
साला 10s आज चली
I'm not sure. I think that drone...
ये बहुत aggressive खेल रहा है.
Aggressive वो वैसे भी खेलता है लेकिन aim चल जाता है. आज aim नहीं चल रहा उसका फिर.
Got the wall
ये
up in a
artist
cheeky little
next
spot.
है यार.
Oh,
Nice.
Saucy was ready for it. He was waiting.
That one was one he was relying on over and over and over, so not surprised to see the Sentinels players
Ooh.
easily handling that.
Victor spotting 3 there. Wasn't
Pancarda.
easy. It wasn't able to
Pancarda भी नहीं चल रहा भाई.
So many
Pancarda
targets
भी
there.
कहाँ चल रहा? Pancarda usually इतना
Everybody
बढ़िया
hiding from the
खेलता है.
dart, but it gives Croshy space to walk up right now. Trying to make
जाएगा
a
तो
play.
गया.
One spotted, and there's a member just up top. No
वो
peek.
दिखा
अब क्या
उसे.
दिखा?
I don't think Zekin saw him. Otherwise, Crashes would be out of here.
He's patient. Where's the swing from? Crash is just so aware. The game sense is insane.
Crashes जीता देगा round.
Not able to deliver on the third.
How does he make that work?
He's just good, man.
And they're low. Look, Sasi Pecada. Portuguese mode activated in the 2v2, but they're low.
Yeah, how does that account for 4
Right.
health? It doesn't.
अबे चूतिया angle से नहीं check करता.
10 seconds, spike gone. Oh,
Wait.
ओए.
scrappy on that one.
Yeah, it was.
I can't believe Crashy's made that work. That was a
हार गई,
completely
Sentinels हार गई.
advantage
Third map नहीं
situation.
जा
But
रहा.
again, losing that drone early, Zekin doesn't use a dart to follow up. And I think
एक
on the
burger और
drone, he
बचा
did
है
not see
भाई.
him.
पेट भर
Must
गया
not
मेरा.
have. Because he just walks back in that angle. Not really slow clearing it, not ready to pre-fire.
यहाँ पे बहुत होगा.
10s ने हगा भाई.
Finesse has gotten so many kills in this series of just shooting someone in the back of the head. As he's just like tucked in a corner, and they just walk into his crosshair.
That's what this NRG team strives for. Take the advantage fights whenever you can. Back to the standard Harbor Viper. B main control right now with that Cascade deep. But this is Psalm's playground, the back of yellow. The key thing here is how good Victor is at supporting him with a flash, but he doesn't have any. Super low money, and they're not actually going light armor here. Surprising, given their insistence on going for it on every other map.
There is a little help from Crashes. He does have Hunter's Fury too. A lot of patience there. They're just waiting, and they're so far up. They're ahead of the utility that they've dropped, the Viper Wall and the Harbor Wall.
They've got to wait for the second dart to come back up. It just did. 10 stashes, and Psalm's in the off angle.
He was never pushed off of it.
He's about to get this angle named after him.
If he continues to just farm from back there, yeah.
Okay.
Mid-map's not open either for Sentinels.
Okay, भाई ये नहीं जीतता.
And now you see some attempted pressure towards Sam via the
I
shot
was so
dart.
excited for this match.
Triple swing coming.
भाग रहा है. एक मैप भी नहीं जीता.
And a double kill for Victor.
Next time, mind the heavy machinery.
4-0 lead for NRG. And this is now a gun round for Sentinels. They should be able to punch back here, but it's just looking very clean early on.
That's just insanely easy there, too. I do really enjoy watching NRG play this map because of how often and how many protocols they show. for dealing with stuff like that. The regular, slow, patient push. Criticism of Sentinels there would be that High Tide came out way before Tens and Second were even ready. The cooldown on his dart was not up yet. And so instantly when it came back up, they're going for it because they want to spend all the time on the High Tide. But at that point, NRG already know what's going on. And yeah, Doug, you're right. No util to try to deny that over and over is going to cause problems later on.
That was insane. Finesse getting tagged through. They use the Reckoning and they scale up with it. What do NRG have for response? No, Crashies has this Hunter's Fury, and there it is.
This might be the first plant.
Yeah.
पहली बार तो plant कर रहे 5
Death took some damage off of it, but the job is done. He did what he was looking to do.
Up it.
Now the fight for the site ensues. Ten's the first to fall. Crashies using utility to get some info and push them back. Look at how NRG just flowed onto the site like a death ball that's pushing back the attacking side. You still have so much utility you're going to have to deal with from Sentinels. You still have another Molly out from Sasi, who's now dead. Second spotted, dropped. Hey, this is getting ugly very quickly for Sentinels.
13-0.
I mean, similar start to Lotus, but sides flipped. NRG dominating so far.
Time to stop back.
On Icebox again, their map choice. And the bricks are called for Sentinels. For that to be the first plant is definitely concerning outside of pistol. Because this comp relies on getting into post-plant situation. It relies on the staying power and the cooldowns of Harbor coming back up.
13-0 से आ रही Sentinels.
That's how DRX played it. That's how Loud played it. When
Aglala
introducing
match
Harbor
किसका
Viper on this map.
क्या?
Yes, it provides you some
Aglala
early
match
control
किसके साथ है
options,
इनका?
but that is the main win condition.
याद नहीं आ रहा, पता नहीं.
And NRG denying it over and over and over. That's got to be the discussion right now. Tens feels like he's the only guy who's being proactive on getting into that site, which is a difference because I don't feel like he was that proactive on Lotus. Even though to what Wyatt said on the desk, to Tens' credit, he was definitely being put in positions that were difficult for him.
Yeah, rough spots for sure.
And where the team relied on him to be sending away his life. But not in this case. This case, he's jumping up top 410, finding picks. His team's just not there to follow up with him.
Key ults here for Sentinels, though. You've got the pit. You can play around once you get into a post-plant situation. You have Zekin's ult, too, for the same circumstance.
And to counter Finesse's ult. Which, with the pit that you just mentioned, would be so crazy if he just uses that to counter. So let's see. Zekin's got to be aware of that. We have seen mistakes in the past, especially with new teams, where they don't fully consider the ults.
They're scaling up mid.
Yeah, aggro here, Artis. No op, but they're going for it.
They haven't really tested this before.
That is a place where NRG can start to find even more value, though, which is insane to see. And think that NRG can find more value than they are. But if they put a player down there, Finesse is known to just post up on the angle and watch the cross. And Sentinels hasn't really been pivoting so much so far. So I don't think you're really looking for that yet from NRG. But if that becomes a tool in the kit for Sentinels, it definitely could end up being abused in mid.
Early.
I mean, that is so early, but it also is not going to bait out the Hunter's Fury from Zekin.
Oh, there's still so much time.
So he's getting value by the time. Look how he just bought 3 players to rotate into him.
Not a single sound. They're so quiet. That's gonna erupt, and Crashies once again ready for it. Bill's going back and forth. The spike still not making its way past 410.
They can't give up on this, though.
No, I mean,
20
you don't really
seconds.
have time to pivot.
This is full fuel right now from Som. The 10 seconds isn't even going to be enough. They're staying on sites.
Spam, 13 seconds left.
Spike's down.
I don't know that they're going to be able to do this. Play on the outside of it now.
Bye,
Saucy getting the
really.
spike down to 2v2, but Mankada's weak. Again, Brazilian buff activated, and they've gotten that far. Som left in this 1v2. He gets one.
Toxin screen down.
Can he do it? So patient. Letting it swing into him, and
Oh.
he does.
And it's the newcomer to this core of NRG, who takes down the players that the core struggled against so often last year. The Sasi and Pancata from Loud. Great round for Pancata, but Som, I mean, I thought he was going to get the molly in time to deny the plant entirely. There's the pop-off unexpected. But
at this point, man, I really agree with you. I really support Sentinels, but at this point, I just...
6-0 lead now.
उफ क्या बोलूं भाई, overrated है सही में. 13-0 आ रहेंगे.
And honestly, with tools,
एक राउंड तो निकल नहीं रहा सालों से.
But maybe Tense can find something with the blades again. You see this two-man creep down from NRG in towards Tube. They know he's there. Tense not able to find anything.
And Artis is the one who's traded, so that's actually at least good for Zek in there. That he's able to target down the stage who had the res. Pancata finding a kill too. It's good to see Pancata get active. In the series against 100 Thieves, he was 0-8 in first kills, first deaths. Now that was one of those.
अबे देख रहा हूँ ये बुक तो दे चालू इनके By the way, Manish, welcome to the stream यार. Make sure to like, share and subscribe. We are on our way to 1000 subscribers, so please subscribe. लग रहा है unrated खेल रहे हैं लोग टूर्नामेंट की जगह.
That actually ultimately that duel in mid ends up giving them. How does Victor find it?
I don't know, man. They were in trouble. It was a 4v2 essentially as they were starting to surround him.
They know there's more. Som puts down the pit as well. They can now tuck inside.
Sasi with the spam, Def from up top. He is in such a good spot. He can make such a big play here. I don't know that he's expecting a second. Now his position given away.
It's not the pit player though.
30 seconds left.
He's staring right at him. Oh, they continue to pass by one another.
Eventually they're gonna find the spam here. Oh!
There it is.
He can give this up now. His teammates here. Look, Finesse is on the flank. He's all the way up on the flank. That turret's nearsighted.
13 seconds left. What can you do?
10 seconds left.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Is this the best?
What a stomp.
Thank you so much, man. Manish bhai, thank you so much. Fuck Sentinels, man. Fuck off.
With the awareness to find that first on the flank is ridiculous.
Blech.
And I thought for sure they were going to be able to at least process of elimination. Som away from that little corner.
Let's go. Any predictions के थे ही नहीं भाई.
Manish, new subscriber. Yeah, let's go.
Getting active here for NRG now.
13-0 agreed. 10s के मागा. अरे नहीं, he's still a nice player. चल नहीं रहा है लेकिन आज.
He was so good on Lotus. And it's the game sense considerably.
मेरा सही में भरोसा उतर गया भाई. एक तो उन्होंने flash क्यों नहीं लिया? I don't get it.
Now he's consistently finding the right places to look at the right times.
10s is the goat, हाँ भाई.
Sentinels left searching for answers, looking for some sort of an opening. They've succeeded at getting the spike down a couple times, but they haven't been able to convert from there.
तो साला वो सॉम को नहीं मार पा रहे. सॉम जब तक नहीं मरेगा, उनके वाइपर नहीं मरेगी तब. भाई साहब, पेनकार्डा चल रहा है finally.
Super important to see for Sentinels, regardless. But the trade back immediately on the other side of the map.
यार गेम्स खेलते हो obviously भाई. मेरा पूरा चैनल ही गेमिंग के अराउंड बेस्ड है. हर रोज स्ट्रीम भी करता हूँ मैं. इससे पहले मैं वैलोरेंट ही स्ट्रीम कर रहा था पिछली स्ट्रीम पे.
You should run.
My guy is investing his. And they can play retake here. They have Victor's ult if they just want to wait this out and then fight.
They're not going to go
Or they're just going to push into it.
It's used, but
early.
अबे.
None of the Uto countered out from Sentinels that were possible here. And because of that lockdown on the one player,
दो backstab है. नहीं.
ये backstab क्यों नहीं देख रहे?
This two-man flank from NRG once again has members of Sentinels trapped.
Reckoning used.
Reckoning suit as Victor has to sidestep, but Finesse continuing to frag, continuing to lead from the front. Sasi and Pancata outnumbered and outgunned. 4 for Finesse, for Som and 8 for NRG.
केजे है तो alarm bot use कर लो ना.
Reckoning there too. They're dancing around it that entire time in a 4v4 situation.
My ultimate is ready.
You thought, oh, that's going to be impossible for them to walk through, but
3 ult use करे भाई उन्होंने. 3 ult.
They just sidestep every little thing that's getting thrown out
भाई
in phase 2 of that post plan, and it's like they've
just overrated. अबे भाई प्रॉब्लम ये है कि 100 थीव्स के साथ उनका मैच जो हुआ था उसमें बहुत ही बढ़िया खेले थे, बहुत ही बढ़िया खेले थे सेंटिनेल्स, बट अपेरेंटली दैट वाज अ लाई.
But I think as well, they're all playing in the pit too, so they don't have the same value out of the pulses from the Reckoning. One of the toughest score lines we've seen so far.
NRG अब underrated टीम नहीं रही. कसम से इससे पहले underrated थी भाई. इस मैच के बाद तो भाई दिमाग खराब. पहला मैच वाज लाइक नाइस, डोमिनेटिंग था, बट लाइक कमबैक आ गया था, मतलब सही चल रहा था, ठीक ठाक था कि स्टिल होप थी. इसमें तो होप ही नहीं है भाई. इसमें तो 8-0 भाई. अब इन्हें 4 राउंड लगातार जीतने पड़ेंगे तब जाकर मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि सेंटिनेल्स का कमबैक आएगा. Bunniers are not working well. True.
Remember that game I was talking about, where the only game we saw for NRG on Icebox against Koi, the first map that we saw from them this year. They lost the first half 9-3, and that was the defense side they started on.
Zekken साला उस पे चढ़ क्यों रहा है चूतियों की तरह?
They came back on the attack. One of the most ridiculous Icebox comebacks. I mean, maybe it was a precursor to the finals of that tournament, but
try not to get shot, okay?
How can Sentinels find a way back into that, given that context?
Not like that.
हाय यार, आते ही टेंस मर गया. क्या है ये चुतियापा?
He's been consistently dying over here, fast B main, and he's updrafting and trying to find something again. But now I think it's starting to hurt him more than be a positive factor in the Sentinels approach.
चुतियापा चल रहा है.
Lotus, he went 8 and 16. He was 2 for 7. First kills, first deaths.
भाई 8-16 गया था लोटस पे, 8 किल्स 16 डेथ. ये तो मुझसे बुरा खेल रहा है भाई ये.
On the jet too, on Icebox. I mean, so historic on this map.
If he can't get going now, I'm questioning the role changes entirely.
Still a shot here.
इस जगह तो चेंबर पे खेल रहा था यार वो.
चेंबर अब नर्फ हो गया ना, तो फायदा नहीं है उसका.
Actually, I don't know. This is going to be really difficult to do. You have the lockdown, you have the Hunter's Fury. Well, you have the Hunter's Fury. Second's using his.
Should be broken, yeah.
It is, yeah. And they're just gonna try to spam the cove, and they do.
Where's the
stop the plant for now?
Where's the defense on that? KO nade comes in on top of it too. Pancata does retrieve it just in time.
Saw him clean for the first. Victor left in this 1v2.
निकाल लेगा ऐसा राउंड.
Situation.
विक्टर निकाल लेगा भाई 9-0.
Can he continue to pile it on?
विक्टर है ना, हाँ विक्टर निकाल लेगा.
9-0 भाई 9-0.
He's got time here. He can play this quietly. He can play it carefully. They hear him. The onus is on Sentinels. They have to go fast. Victor's gotten it down to a 1v1. Having to tuck tail. He's only got 1 second. He's got to commit to the plant now. And just puts all on his but he gives him enough of a time window to plant. Now Victor on the back.
Oh, finally. Oh my god.
Got it when he needed it most. Got it when the situation looked ever so dire.
Finally. Why?
Wanted an 8-4. Here comes the start of something.
और एनर्जी पे पैसा देख कितना सारा है भाई. उनका इको तो होगा नहीं कसम से कभी.
And it shifted the energy in this room just slightly.
मैं जरा चैट देखते हैं, ट्विच चैट इनकी क्या चल रही है.
Now for Pancata, who has been playing a great game on
the game who is the fastest to die.
Yeah?
Maybe finding some form.
Tens is playing the game who is the fastest to die.
भाई साहब.
Looks like Ten's got purposefully.
Congratulations, Sen, by Simon. Congratulations.
So that he could start to rotate, trying to give Zekken the opportunity to come in and drone and make it look like there's something behind. And it's worked, actually. NRG has pulled 4
nice
people
fake
to this side.
This is a very good fake.
And Sassy may find some room to work with mid. It seems like Victor's watching it, understanding that that's a weakness on the map right now. And they've left Finesse on an island. Yeah, he has utility.
अगर comeback हुआ तो बहुत ही बढ़िया होगा भाई. अगर still Sentinels can, if Sentinels can win, then I don't know why.
If Sentinels can go to 4 now, or even 3.
हाँ, true. Fnatic के साथ भी हुआ था 9-3.
Knife just came up. You're absolutely
They're
right.
here for Finesse now.
And Finesse manages to stay alive. That's huge. Now the
Enzo भैया क्या कर रहे हो?
Trying to tuck away, trying to stay alive, but no, Finesse's turret kills him.
नहीं, सासी निकाल लिया. Nice.
We've seen a lot of turret kills this weekend.
Nice.
Very quickly here at 3v3. And you still have 2 members of NRG who are still backside. Victor, one of them. Def playing with fire and the high low is too much to deal with. Crashes with three.
क्यों पीक ले रहा है यार? पीक क्यों देता है?
Pankala once
पिक
again
तो देगा ही
left in
भाई.
this clutch situation. But it's not a 1v1
नहीं देगा तो
anymore.
प्लांट कैसे करेगा?
It's way more difficult.
10 seconds left.
As the closing moments of the round come to an end, you start to think about the following, and you look at the buy for Sentinels. There's not much here for Pankala. Saving this rifle is huge.
टर्रेट से मर गया. हाँ उसने बहुत डैमेज दे दिया फिर टर्रेट ने दे दिया.
A win streak there instead. Back to relying on the loss bonus. That is so unlucky for Tens. There's barely a gap in that Viper wall, by the way. But he was updrafting that entire time. I'm surprised that turret wasn't just pecking at him the entire... When that Hunter's Fury was going off, he was really trying to avoid it.
2 and 10, bhai sahab.
Fear in Tens.
इसकी all take भी बढ़नी आई है इस पूरे round.
Ooh, early wall from
पूरे
Arsenal. I
half.
think we've seen this before.
हाँ पूरे half पूरे
in this
half.
game, which is... He took the orb while having the res. He still hasn't used that, by the way. The entire half, they haven't had a need for it.
क्यों करेगा वो ulti उस
But he
भाई था
just
तो.
stole the orb from them, which is funny. It is close to the end of the half, but Som could have gotten that. They're just interested in denying on this eco more than anything.
And this is NRG at full force,
Yeah.
right? Like, this is the roster. This is the squad that
Can't
looked that
even
we
play for
expected. They're
10
not just
seconds.
satisfied with taking everything. They're also denying
Nice
from
one,
the other
nice one.
side. Sentinels, the remaining members of Sentinels anyway. Still 2 rifles here, but they're all pushing it onto A. Where once again, you see a couple of members from NRG close by.
है बे उदमगन.
You've got Finesse, you have
Can't even play for 10 seconds.
Yep, deal some damage on Asasi. How much more can he find? The second shock dart right in his face. Really not aware of the fact that there are a couple of members right above him too. Sentinel starting to flood out, starting to swing through.
क्या इको जीतने वाले हैं क्या अभी?
The res bringing Victor
Finally.
back up.
रेज आया.
And 2 rifles still in play
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
attacking
yeah.
side.
Those artist slows are so
Need
good.
it.
Continuously, they're trying to fight within them, but no room to actually
Got
move.
it, yeah.
There's one. They're doing it. They're keeping it competitive. 2v2.
One enemy remaining.
And it's just a share for
Man's
Tens.
looking dead भाई.
Is this
मैं?
another tense moment in the books? He's gotten it down to 1. Victor up.
ऊपर देख ऊपर देख.
The Red Bull clutch for Sentinels.
भाई मैं डेड की बात नहीं है क्योंकि तेरे को मैच देखना चाहिए. मैच इतना बकवास हो रहा था.
And Tens now.
भाई
2 big
साहब.
clutches to keep this game somewhat interesting. And it's what everybody came here to see is moments like this from Tens.
Enemy remaining.
ब्रो शॉट था भाई बहुत ही बढ़िया.
ये शॉट
फ्लिक
था यार.
खट सीधे भाई.
And while that
बेहतरीन.
feels like a really good high right now,
ब्रो
I
व्हाट
have to
द
point
फक
out the
रोस्टर
fact
को
that
क्या हुआ?
unfortunately Tens just
बाकी सब
doubled
कहाँ हैं?
his
अबे बहुत
kills
पहले चेंज हो गए भाई रोस्टर तो.
with that 2K.
That one hurts. Oh,
Hi.
last time they conditioned him to stay back behind the wall. This time, there's so many layers.
And Sam has just been, he's just gotten
9-3. Come on, 9-3. 9-3.
I would love to see the head-to-head
9-3 curse.
at
Come
some
on.
point during this game because it's got to be so favorable towards
Shazam और Tens की जोड़ी ओपी भाई.
the new kid on the block.
Shazam नहीं Tens
Shazam
और
was a good so
Shazam और Sick. Shazam और Sick की जोड़ी.
Once again, he's going to find value from back yellow. He spots another. He's gotten 3, not able to get the 4th, but I mean, at this point, it's done.
Oh, almost tagged Sasi too. That would have been info and surely the round over.
Oh, yeah.
अभी भी ओवर ही है भाई. 1v4 है. 10-2 का half.
Wow.
And they know where he is.
Sinatra era was different. True.
Sinatra को लेते क्यों नहीं? उस controversy भी था.
Sinatra तो वो नहीं कर सकता ना.
क्या वो कुछ को हुआ था ना?
Sexual harassment.
Not going to be enough. It is a brutal battering in this first half.
भाई अगर
GG's
yeah, GG's भाई GG's in the chat.
Either, man. It's so
भाई
clean
GG.
from top to bottom.
Can they win 10 rounds now?
Nah.
They haven't been able to get
GG, well
advantages
played.
for them off of him too. Again, I
Bye,
go back
Sen.
to the Sam 10s 1v1 that
Bye,
we've seen
Sen.
a couple times, and now Sam's just had his number. If they can't find openings with the tip of their spear, then how do they? Maybe
JF की वजह से
defensively you can find a little bit
Sinatra
more
ban हो
success,
गया.
but that's just a tall order.
Yeah, that one hurts.
अब तो उसका बैन भी हट गया लेकिन कोई टीम ले नहीं रही है उसे। लेगी भी क्यों, स्पॉन्सर्स हट जाएंगे। मैं आज उसी की वीडियो देख रहा था इस बारे में। उसको भी ई-स्पोर्ट्स करना है नहीं अभी, मतलब ही इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन ई-स्पोर्ट्स राइट नाउ। और लाइक उसको टीम लेगी भी नहीं ना कोई। हो सकता है मे बी कोई ले क्या पता, बट
कोई छोटी टीम,
हाँ बी टियर लीग ऐसे वाली, बट फ्रेंचाइजिंग वाले नहीं लेंगे। Baby Bay.
Honestly, like I was here rooting for the Sentinels, but the boys on NRG looking too cold right now, too cold. So it's gonna be a rough comeback. But I know we got some Sentinels fans in the house. Like they need your energy right now.
I know you were saying that this is a map that Sam is particularly nasty on, but you made it clear you're here rooting
Streaming
for the
go
Sentinels. So if we got Coach Baby Bay up in there, what would you be saying to them?
Honestly, right now I'm just trying to get some energy into the tens, man. He just needs to turn up. He's the one player that can completely change that entire series. So I'm really hoping he can bring it back into this half and just go off.
Well, it's still not over. We'll see how it goes in that second half. But speaking for yourself, we saw how challenges went out. Now that Split 1 and the mid-season face-off has wrapped up, how are you feeling overall, and where's your headspace at?
It's definitely not the result we wanted, but you know we're working hard every day.
FNS my daddy. पीछे वाले poster
these guys on this stage, so you know I want to compete against the best, and we're gonna do whatever it takes to get there. So it's looking good for us.
Speaking to that, it's clear that there are so many fans here that are fans of yours. It's clear that, you know, you want to be playing on this stage. Finesse, my daddy, and very nice side, very nice side. So with that being said, you know, what is that mentality like headed into that next year? Can we see you here?
I'm gonna do my best to make it. Like I said, I'm a hard worker. I do what it takes to make it. So I'm gonna make sure my team's ready for this upcoming Challenger split and really show out.
All right. Last question before I get to let you go. Any last words being here in person in front of all of these amazing fans and, of course, all the lovely viewers online?
Honestly, if you guys aren't here and you're thinking about coming, you should definitely come. The arena is sick. The energy in here is like nothing else. So you guys got to get out here. Come show out. I guarantee you will not regret it.
Thank you very much for taking the time for this interview. Doug and Bala, back to you.
Thank you so much, too. Always good to hear from Baby Bay. You gotta love the guy.
It's a travesty he's not on the stage. He has such a wide personality. Lovely guy. But right now, focus back on NRG and Sentinels. Crowd refocusing.
Dedication तो है भाई का. Slow पंखे में stream कर रहा है. अरे नहीं यार. 4 पे था, मैंने full 5 पे कर दिया. अभी तक गर्मी नहीं लग रही थी, अब गर्मी लगने लग गई है. मेरे PC से heat आ गई.
A complete shift. NRG not giving them any room to work.
Bye Sentinels, अब तो हो गया.
They're trying to push the pace to try to equalize things to get momentum back their way. Zekin getting the opener instantly traded back.
यार मेरे रूम में नहीं आया यार.
continues to form.
प्लस मेरे रूम में ऐसे भाई मैं इतनी बिजली वेस्ट कर दूंगा. मेरा PC अकेले 700 वॉट 800 वॉट का है.
Short. But you want energy in him. You need a moment.
Heal भी नहीं कर सकता, अब सेज मर गई.
Like that 1v2 at the end of the half.
नहीं सेज तो जिंदा है. सेज ने खुद फील कर लिया.
Tough to stress really the
अच्छा नहीं, सॉरी वो तो वो है सेंटिनल में.
You have to convert.
Opposite side का
There's just no other really way to describe it.
भाई डेडिकेशन तो सिर्फ तुम लोगों के लिए है ताकि तुम लोग सब्सक्राइब करो और एक अच्छा कंटेंट मिल पाए तुम लोगों को. शेयर करो, सब्सक्राइब करो.
Zekin got that first pick, but immediately 2 more kills coming in from NRG. In time. A factor. We saw how
Pancada.
They're going for the hit right now.
I think Pancada's aware of the fact that Finesse is going to try to apply pressure mid. Yeah, he is, but he's spotted by the turret. Finesse patient. Hears him rotate off too. You see his little mind games, his little micro chess matches happening throughout the map.
Orb's going to fall now. Going to have the opportunity to go for it. Finesse.
Trying
to find a gap too. 20 seconds. This is all the way down
को पूरा वो दे दिया.
Tens is weak. They're just waiting for that.
Max fuel.
Yep. Fuel to come up. And now the wall's up too. Sasi's pushed back right into the Molly. And
Abbe
strikes at just the right time.
हार गए हैं भाई. क्यों खेल रहे हो तुम? सरेंडर कर दो. स्लैश एफ.
They can get the angle back onto it. And yeah, there's the angle that they've broken for. It's suffocating.
अच्छा राउंड स्टार्ट था भाई.
नहीं था.
A little deeper. The Viper wall coming up with max fuel. The Molly as well landing just where they're trying to challenge back against anything. Oh my god, that is That is disgusting.
You mentioned suffocating.
Comments में लग रहे लोग 10 should try aim labs.
That sucks. Like that's so difficult to navigate. Yeah.
And the funny part is, it actually is an issue now.
भाई अभी तक Sentinel सिर्फ 8 round जीती है, सिर्फ 8 round.
Exactly. With a player like Tens, that's not how you want to start the season. They won the series against 100 Thieves despite being below in that specific stat.
भाई 1v1s हार रहे हैं 1v1s हार रहे हैं साला मेन. So yeah.
Expecting pressure from mid.
It's a force as well, by the way, from Sentinels. Got to touch on that real quick.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Bulldog, no armor for Zekin. Light armor, Stinger, Spectre for the rest of them.
Toxins going up.
कितने प्यारी स्किन है यार.
Toxin screen down.
Predator.
Halo vibes देती है नीडलर वाली.
Predator वाली.
Just how antsy Saucy would get.
Aliens.
He's playing close by mid, but not pushing for rejet. Meanwhile, NRG are towards A.
Here.
You can see the pings on the minimap too. Tench playing back sight, waiting to respond. You've got Zekin close by as well.
Little damage found there, but Finesse diving through the smoke against Saucy.
Nice.
They expect the second here. No.
It's another opener.
30 seconds
Wait.
Kada. Pretty big on numbers here, but Saj should find so much value. Spike down. Oh my goodness.
Hi,
Probably the best chance they had. Numbers
Nahi.
just once again falls apart. The force does not pay off.
Gotta say as well, that Bulldog from Som.
Match point हो गया भाई.
Just nasty. Over and over and over. One of the few players who's consistently relying on
भाई मेरे दोस्त का ID
anti-ecos
scam हो गया. Sad यार.
constantly finding values, especially against forces like this.
One enemy remaining.
It's all light armor, so much easier.
Penkarda को
two-tap kill.
risk नहीं ले रहे यार smoke के through निकलने का वगैरह का.
All smiles, man, and they have every reason to.
They're on the verge of the biggest margin of any America's map so far.
Placing swamp.
मर गया वो almost.
They were able to buy up enough to have some bite in this round.
Yeah, but because of that,
वो
Saucy's
बंदा
not really in a
हमेशा
position
trading
to
करता था
completely
अपनी
deny
आगे.
this. He doesn't
हाँ
have
तभी
that
हुआ.
molly. You talk about a buy. Yes, they got Bulldogs. They have a Guardian. But no mollies, no util, so they can't deny this plan, even with the breaking of the wall.
Yeah, but what they do have is map presence.
Spam.
Look at how they're starting to flank around. They've got mid presence. They've got 10s on the flank.
Huge in a
Tom's ready
45.
for it. Not again. Som once
Yeah.
again at a shot to get the best of 10s, and he does. That head-to-head, I'm sure
Next
it's going to
and
be
match.
interesting stuff afterwards, but for now, a couple of moments still in this
नहीं
match.
जीता भाई स्नैच डंक पे.
First Sentinels have to figure out how they navigate with 3 Bulldogs, getting the spike diffused, re-establishing control on the site with so much before them. NRG with so many tools at their disposal. Artists trying to put them away. Zekin in this 1v3 turned into nothing. A statement made from NRG. They looked rough last week, but they're back on top.
They absolutely are. Everybody pegged them within that top 3. And then they lost.
17 अप्रैल को है Leviathan Esports versus Sentinels.
But not anymore.
Leviathan से तो नहीं जीतते भाई.
Making a statement, that is for sure. Making everybody know
Leviathan बहुत अच्छी है.
100%.
ना मेरे को लगता है Leviathan से
Still
जीतेंगे.
NA's best.
चलो फिर good night bro. Good night Manish. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming to the stream. See you tomorrow.
Good showing from Sentinels, I think, especially that first map on Lotus. It was a nice attempt at a counter pick. And you see some signs of them being able to commit a little further within the meta where they've had issues trying to adapt to it on other maps. You see them commit back to double duelist, the recommittal after lock-in.
देखते हैं Tarek क्या बोल रहा है.
I think the Death touched it on earlier today. This is a new
ऊपर टॉप पे.
$92,000 लोग देख रहे हैं Tarek को वॉइस.
Sentinels का है ना?
I'm just saying that my record in the arena watching is undefeated, 1-0. So I'll take the blame. Fuck it.
I think it's just such a huge testament. And, you kind of alluded to this earlier. Yeah.
अरे इसके PV पे देखते हैं.
Match. Well, because I looked at one of them and they hadn't run it. I think it was in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, it's in Sao Paulo.
Cancer and as
Yeah.
मरने वाली
See, they ran the same. They ran the same
मरने तो नहीं
comp.
वाली है पर हाँ कैंसर है.
क्यूट है भाई. नहीं
I
मरनी चाहिए.
honestly think that the difference maker was the KO. Because look, there's a 13-2 against C9. Like, C9 got fucked up with the same comp. But each side had no flashes.
फ्लैश का प्रॉब्लम था. फ्लैश था ही नहीं उस पे. वो फ्लैश एंट्री नहीं कर पा रहे थे क्योंकि दे हैड नो फ्लैशेस. केओ इतनी एंट्री आराम से ले रहे थे क्योंकि केओ वहां पर जा रहा था, फ्लैश ले रहा था.
It's pretty nuts.
भाई ये देखो 19-6 इनका देखते हैं. पेंकाडा 9 13-13 12-15. कोई पॉजिटिव में था ही नहीं भाई. सबका केडी माइनस में था. उसका 0 है. -3 -7
यार
-9.
विक्टर के असिस्ट इस सासी टेंजर्स डेफ के किल से ज्यादा है ऑलमोस्ट.
9 और 8 कितना हुआ? 9 और 8 17.
17 to 15
भाई
15
सुन
असिस्ट है
सुन
उसके.
सासी, टेंस और डेफ तीनों के अगर किल मिलाएगा ना, उसके असिस्ट से सिर्फ 2 कम है. उससे 2 असिस्ट
2
ज्यादा है
ज्यादा
बस.
है.
2
हाँ
ज्यादा है बस.
वही तो कह रहा मैं.
यार उफ, डेफ को देख भाई 4 in 15. टेंस को तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं होना चाहिए. 5-14 मैन. छी यार.
Play that agent on, and it looked great. Then Som as well on Icebox was, again, we just talked about that duel. A big factor in why tens was not a factor on that server today.
Obliteration is probably the best way to describe what we just saw as NRG take down Sentinels 2-0. Let's throw it back down to the desk. GB and the rest of the panel to talk.
केले क्यों देख रही है?
I don't know.
Thank you so much, Doug and Bala. And I have to say, Doug, you know, that next season of Miami Vice, you are a shoo-in for it. I believe it. All right. Love you, buddy. Great job. Great job, though, as always, to you guys. And yeah, I mean, let's.
Oof, oof, oof. Wait.
क्या हुआ?
Ah, shit. अबे यार.
क्या बकचोदी कर दी एनर्जी ने?
Swear this used to be better. What time does NRG play? Optic would have won that. Oof, wait. भाई साहब, real quiet on the timeline drop. Sorry. That's our W streamer songs. Bye. Remember when Tarek's team was good? Oof, bhai. That is proper trash talk.
भाई तो गांड मार रहा है इनकी. सेंटिनल का बोलो.
वही देखना होगा. Not answering this. You said their lotus sucked. अबे भाई.
चलो ये एटलीस्ट मीम तो बना ले अपना.
Easter Zani. Swear this used to be better. Oh shit.
We got a full day of scrims ahead of us. All right, map 1, be ready for the double duelist. So Reyna and Yoru. Map 2, Pankata, you've been practicing that initiator, right? We're gonna bust that out. What the? Why is George Geddes in here?
Sentinels on 3?
Apparently, since you guys won last weekend, there's a big ass sale going on, 20% on everything in the Sentinel shop, including
this hoodie, this t-shirt. Bye.
Yo, Tyson.
Our expectations for you were low, but holy fuck. Defman has to shoot an IGL against FNS. I just can't. Sassy Jet 410s. ट्रू भाई, डेफ के जगह उन्हें मार्व रखना चाहिए था। उफ, सैड,
सिनाट्रा क्या बोल रहा?
What?
अबे भाई कॉपीराइट गाने के गाने तो मस्त बजा रहा है। उफ यार, सैड। ब्रो, हाँ ब्रो, क्या हुआ यार? अभी पुरानी चैट कर लो। शेड्यूल क्या है?
MIBR वर्सेस क्रू है ना?
क्रू शायद जीता है। इक्वल इक्वल लगता है।
30
कल है बढ़िया मैच।
1 घंटे में?
नहीं, अभी इसके बाद ही है। 3:30 लिखा है। उनको लगा था
3:30
मैच और चलेगा
1
ना,
घंटा।
उनको लगा था और मैच चलेगा।
हाँ।
अबे
गाला करना है?
नहीं, मैं मोस्ट वाली स्ट्रीम बंद करने वाला हूँ, सोने जा रहा हूँ। कौन करे क्रू वाला?
हाँ।
कोई देखना ही नहीं चाहता क्रू वाला मैच। इवल जेनेसिस वर्सेस 100 थीव्स, ये अच्छा होगा, कल देखते हैं कल की स्ट्रीम का टाइटल। वेडनेसडे हु कार्स वर्सेस फोकस टीम हेरेटिक्स वर्सेस नावी, ये नहीं देखना।
लिक्विड वर्सेस फनाटे देखना।
लिक्विड वर्सेस फनाटिक, ये बढ़िया होगा। फ्राइडे 14th, मतलब 13 तारीख।
क्योंकि इनका VCT वाला और चैंपियंस वाला मैच तो बहुत ही प्यारा था भाई।
बट अब जो है लिक्विड इतनी बढ़िया नहीं रही जितनी पहले थी।
बोला तो एनर्जी के लिए भी गया था।
अबे
DRX वर्सेस पेपर एक्स भी अच्छा
एन
होगा।
एनर्जी वाइटैलिटी वर्सेस डीआरएक्स, ये अच्छा होगा। डीआरएक्स वर्सेस पेपर एक्स, ये भी अच्छा होगा। वाइटैलिटी नहीं, कारमाइन क्रॉप नहीं देखा है, वाइटैलिटी ठीक है। क्लाउड 9 वर्सेस
क्राउड
100
एनर्जी।
थीव्स। 100 थीव्स विन, इजी। एनर्जी
एनर्जी है
वर्सेस
भाई।
एमआईवीआर। T1 वर्सेस जेट, भाई इस दिन तो पूरे दिन उठा रहना पड़ेगा मेरे को। नेक्स्ट अगले हफ्ते है मेरे। सेंटिनेल्स
लेवाइटन
वर्सेस
वर्सेस
लेवायथन। ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स, कोई भी ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स के अगेंस्ट तो हर बंदा जीतेगा। ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स सक्स सो हार्ड।
ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स कौन सी है?
इंडियन वाली जो है।
हाँ।
इवल जेनेसिस वर्सेस क्रू स्पोर्ट्स,
चलो एटलीस्ट
ये
खेल तो रहे सिटी में।
अबे क्योंकि फ्रेंचाइजिंग है, वरना तो वो क्वालिफाई भी नहीं करते थे कभी भी। फ्रेंचाइजिंग नहीं होती तो कभी खेल भी नहीं पाते। फ्रेंचाइजिंग में भी पैसा है इसलिए आ रहा हूँ। पैसा भी
अब
क्या
इंडियन
मतलब,
ऑडियंस तो है काफी।
एक इंडियन वो है। अभी इनका मैच हुआ था, इतना बुरा आ रहा है। लाउड वर्सेस फ्यूरिया, ये अच्छा होगा।
लिक्विड वर्सेस एरेटिक्स। फनाटिक्स वर्सेस कोई बहुत अच्छा होगा।
कोई कौन सी टीम है भाई?
वो है। उनका एक मैच
ये
देखा
तो
था,
हारने
लाउड
वाली है।
वर्सेस सेंटिनल्स।
ये तो हारने वाली है सेंटिनल्स। नो
लाउड
चांस।
से तो नहीं जीतते।
पेपर एक्स वर्सेस ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स। अगर उस दिन ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स जीत गए ना भाई, मैं अपना नाम बदलूंगा चैनल का।
इतना लंबा शेड्यूल है।
24 अप्रैल तक का। वीसीटी है ना, अमेरिका है सारे।
स्टैंडिंग
EMEA है,
स्टैंडिंग्स देख।
पैसिफिक अमेरिका, GMO।
VCT अमेरिका।
नंबर 1 पे वो है, 1 विन 1 लॉस एनर्जी। अच्छा एनर्जी और सेंटिनल सेम है। 1 विन 1 लॉस, 1 विन 1 लॉस, 2 विन 2
क्लाउड और
लॉस।
फूरिया को तो कोई फ्यूरिया को कोई टारगेट नहीं करता।
तो सेकंड पे कौन है बे?
जॉइंट फर्स्ट है ना।
तो ये सब हाँ तो जो अच्छा तो फिर इसको अच्छा 3 पर 3 है एक साथ। अच्छा 4 है।
4
फिर 7 पे क्रूज
क्रू अपने
फोर्स।
लास्ट मैच हारा था।
और आज पता चलेगा ना जीतेगा यार। 100 थीव्स नंबर
आज हार गए
7
तो
पे
बाहर।
है। क्या?
आज हार गए तो बाहर शायद।
रुक जा देखने दे। अभी तो शुरू भी नहीं हुआ है सब।
एलसीक्यू तो एलसीक्यू भी तो होगा।
पहले ये होगा ना फिर क्या होता है? फिर ये
फिर
अपने आप
एलसीक्यू होगा।
ये होगा ना एलसीक्यू में, तो यही तो है।
हम्म
राउंड 1 फिर यहाँ पर आएंगे अपर ब्रैकेट, लोअर ब्रैकेट, स्विट्जरलैंड वाला वो
तो टॉप 3 में नहीं गए तब एलसीक्यू में जाएंगे।
एलसीक्यू का फुल फॉर्म क्या होता है? लोअर क्या?
लास्ट चांस क्वालिफायर्स।
अच्छा लास्ट चांस क्वालिफायर। चल अमेरिका का तो ये चल रहा है, पैसिफिक में क्या सॉरी वो ईएमई है, यूरोप का क्या? नंबर 1
फनाटिक
फनाटिक,
डोमिनेशन
3 विन 0
ऑब्वियसली।
लॉसेस भाई साहब। लिक्विड 2 विन 1 लॉसेस, एफएचडी वाइटैलिटी और बीबीएल 0 विन 3 लॉसेस भाई साहब।
पैसिफिक देखो।
डीआरएक्स 3 विन 0 लॉसेस, T1 2 1 लॉस। इनका थोड़ा क्लियर है, कोई टाई नहीं हो रखा है। ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स 0 विन 3
रोज
लॉस।
लास्ट नहीं है।
क्यों नहीं है? इसका तो 1 विन 2 लॉस है जबकि। सेम ही तो है सबका इनका, 0 विन 3 लॉसेस। इसका ऊपर होना चाहिए। इसको नंबर 9
होगा
को,
यार।
इसको नंबर 7 होना चाहिए और ये 3 का टाई है। मास्टर्स बीसीटी का फनाटिक एक भी नहीं हारी थी। एक मैप नहीं हारी फनाटिक, और वो भी देख
सेंटेंस तो बाहर
बिना
हो
मैप
गया
के।
सब वालों।
फर्स्ट मैप था ना, क्योंकि सेंटिनल्स और फनाटिक का ही था पहला मैप लॉक इन पे। वो हार गई तो फिर बाहर हो गया था। वही था सबसे मतलब कंट्रोवर्शियल लॉक इन में, कि हारे तो बाहर, सीधे बाहर। एक मतलब वो ही नहीं है तुम्हारे लिए, लोअर चांस एलसीक्यूज नहीं था बेसिकली। अगर हारे तो बाहर से। 0
भाई
2
फनाटिक एक भी मैच नहीं आ रही
एक मैप भी नहीं आ रही भाई, मैप तक नहीं आ रही।
है। जो
नहीं ये गलत, अच्छा नावी का है तो है। नहीं नावी के फाइनल किसके साथ हुआ था फनाटिक का?
फाइनल जीते है ना लाउड के
अच्छा
साथ।
यार फाइनल, हाँ 3-2 से जीती थी फिर। यहाँ तक देख 0 मैप हारी, और उसके बाद जाके वो हारी एक। यहाँ पर 2 मैप आ गए इनका, बहुत ही बेहतरीन फाइनल था। पहले 2 फनाटिक जीती, लग रहा है कि जीतने वाले हैं। फिर लाउड ने 2 जीत गई, बेहतरीन भाई कमबैक लाउड का। फिर लास्ट 5th फाइनल मैप में लाउड 9-3 से जीत रही थी। 9-3 से फनाटिक का
भाई
कमबैक हुआ।
साहब
11-2 का कमबैक हुआ, तेरे को पता है? सॉरी 11-4 का कमबैक है, 11-5 का कमबैक ऐसा। उसमें भी वो 2 राउंड जीत गए थे पहले के। तो लाइक 11-3 का कमबैक था, 9-3 भी नहीं 11-3, और उसके बाद जीत गई। क्या बस 5 मिनट में शुरू होने वाला है मैच, क्रू वर्सेस एमआईपीआर।
वो एक मैप तो देख ही सकता है।
हाँ एक मैप भी 1 घंटा चलता है साल।
वो भी है।
उफ,
बाथरूम जाके आया।
देख ही लेते हैं, लेकिन मैं स्ट्रीम बंद क्या टाइम हो गया? 2:30 बज गया भाई।
मैं बाथरूम जाके आता हूँ।
क्या करूँ, कल कॉलेज भी जाना है। चल ठीक है, कोई नहीं। I'm gonna end the stream. Okay, chat, I'm gonna end the stream. I don't want to end the stream right now. Okay, I'm streaming.
It's like hanging off of my mouth, literally from here to here, ripped off completely.
अच्छा नींद तो मुझे भी आई है
क्या मैं तो कर रहा हूँ उसमें
नींद आई रही है अभी तक
भैया तेरी ईयर की है या फिर तेरे साथ की है काव्या
काफी मुझसे छोटी है
काव्या काव्या अंजलि बंसोड़े
हाँ जूनियर है
बड़ी हॉट जूनियर है भाई तेरी भाई तेजस गॉट फैट
वही तो देख रहा हूँ मैं
ब्रो तेजस गॉट सो फैट
हाय साहब
ब्रो डिड ही बिकम अ एलजीबीटी वाला मतलब सॉरी मतलब यू नो
हाँ मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली
that kind of guy in London. Bro, just look at him in 2021, right? Just go to his profile, right? अभी नई नई वाली फोटो देख. Look at the मतलब neck. There is no neck. ठीक है? You go one pic, there is some neck. एक पिक और नीचे जा और मतलब थोड़ा और नीचे जाएगा तो there is a lot of neck. He's slim. जो वो दारू वाली शाई पिग के साथ जो बुक्स है. And then there is more neck. He's getting fatter day by day and is recording it.
यार 2019 वाली देखो
Bro, निशिमा के साथ. Wait, wait, wait. इसका नाम भूल जाता हूँ मैं. जो इसकी फ्रेंड है निशिमारो की. सुरुचि सुरुचि.
रुचि
भाई सुरुचि की तो दाढ़ी आ रखी है. भाई लड़का लग रही है भाई वो मुझे. अगर तू उसके सुन सुन उसकी आंखों के ऊपर मतलब ऐसे वो लगा देगा ना कि मतलब थोड़ा हाथ लगा दे ऊपर वाले पार्ट पे above nose bro you'll see she looks like a man she does really just try it she has like a mustache
will not talk about that
why तेरी बहुत अच्छी दोस्त है क्या
नहीं
bro what 3 years do to a man oh he is one of them उसका वो देख टाइटल देख तेजस्व का he/him/they/them
wow
he became shit he became one of those people
Well, you know, I mean, like in an official work capacity, because I only engage with people when I'm being paid. It's like when two countries send like an envoy to another. You're visiting the embassy of Sean-Gers.
Yes. Okay. This is weird because this was my host yesterday. You trained her.
Yes.
I saw you actually via the call.
That's right. And now I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost TV magic, Sean. TV magic. All right. Well, first, let's go ahead and talk about our first squad, and that is, of course, going to be Crew. Now, they suffered a pretty big loss to a Brazilian team last week, which is something that Crew had never really struggled with before. But now this is the Americas League, maybe. It's a whole different ball game, and Crew.
यार अभी तो टाइम है इनके मैच के लिए तो अभी आए
obviously made some big changes. They switched around the leadership, brought in a new coach, and of course signed Kesnet. All of these things were obviously new stuff that they had to get used to. And I think for week number 1, a lot of it was about like having a testing period, figuring out what they could do. And Kesnet was solid, but overall it was still showing that this is a very, very new team that is having a lot of changes right now.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Kesnet. I mean, he picked up right where he left off on this team. Star player of the team, had an impact.
मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली सोने जा रहा है यार बहुत लंबा मैच है बहुत टाइम लगा रहा है शुरू करने में
क्या हो गया चिल करते हैं जब बातें करते हैं तेरा कल कॉलेज है
हाँ 8:50 पे क्लास है
ब्रो तेरे को सोना चाहिए था
जिम भी जाना है
Towards the upper echelon, make playoffs, those kinds of goals, you have to start picking up wins, especially in a game today versus MIBR. And you brought up some of the strategic issues. I think map number 1 this series, like you were saying, looked better.
I'm Jenna Ortega, and I'll be hosting SNL this week. Musical guest, the 1975. You know, I don't want people to think I'm like my character.
Yeah, that's right. And one of the things you said is that the work that we're putting into Fruit Esports.
I can't win. Hi, I'm Jenna Ortega.
We're giving everything to improve and build a good work team. Our time will come, and of course, good morning. So I think, you know, buenos.
सोने जाता हूँ
ओके ब्रो बाय गुड नाइट कल बनाते हैं माइनक्राफ्ट सर्वर सून
ठीक है
There really does seem to be
बाय
this,
बाय
like, I don't want to say changing of the guard, but it does feel as if a lot of these players that were popping off in the 2021 season, in the beginning of the 2022 season, you know, and beyond, they're really starting to struggle here. Why is that?
They've really fallen back. The Zoomies are taking over. They're just coming in showing, nah, everyone's young in this game at this point. But I honestly think Crew is going to have a resurgence, right? Having Kesnet back on the team, reading that tweet specifically, he talks about their work ethic and just making sure they're staying focused on the game. And he came from Leviathan, who was coached by Owner, who is constantly known for just drilling his players and the brutal practice schedule that the players talked about before lock-in. So I think Kesnet's going to bring some of those things back to this Crew team. And it's just a matter of time. But there's only 9 weeks.
That's true. There's only 9 weeks. There's only 9 weeks. You don't have a lot of time here to figure it out, you know. So it's going to be a lot of work here. But one player that was putting in that work last week, though, was Davies, and was kind of maybe the high point here for this Crew lineup, who did struggle in that last game against the
Yeah, you brought up kind of the leadership bringing new ideas. This team worked with Owner. When they were at their peak, he was their coach, and I think they're trying to re-hit some of that. But they're also bringing in fresh ideas, fresh players, and Davies is one of those. He was kind of the main prospect out of LATAM North, and thus far on this team, I feel like he's actually looked really good. He's been flexing around, playing some Raze, playing some Killjoy. He's been a solid individual player, and I think a good piece of talent to add to this roster. But it's kind of the same thing we've been talking about for everything about this team, where it's about finding the coordination and finding the strategic depth that's been missing thus far.
Yeah, Davies is an excellent player that's been known around the North American scene for quite a while. He was playing on that Eve Zolos team, and they scrim against a lot of North American teams. We played against them when I was on 100 Cubes, and they're an insane team, despite playing with 100 ping online in a lot of these games. Very stratted up. So it's just a matter of time before he, you know, feels comfortable in this team.
Yeah, and the new coach of Crew as well, Adam, is the coach from that squad that you were talking about. So some of those ideas, I hope, will get implemented into Crew now.
But again, you know, time's a ticking. You got to make this happen here. Now, for more on this matchup, we've been listening to two of the biggest brains in all of esports to run the Telestrator. At the same time, it's the Breakdown Buddies. That's right. And here to show, well, let me go ahead and explain how this whole thing's going to work, all right? We have Bala, who's going to silently run the video, and Wyatt, who will be talking and handling the analysisation. All right, now, here's the thing. Despite not knowing what's going to happen on screen, both of these guys are so smart that this is going to 100% work. Ironclad strategy, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, surely this is going to go well. Bala actually gets paid by the word, and he's not allowed to say anything, so here he is. He's $0. Everything on the board, and I'm going to try my best to explain it. Ball is a pro with the Telestrator. Surely this will be fine. I know a lot about Valorant, surely. All right, so first of all, he's going to show you smokes down from the attacking side on split. But there's one down, lower, mid? Well, that's peculiar. What is that Astra doing? What is Melser cooking? Ball is asking. Jet and Raze. He really likes Jet a lot. I mean, that's good. Now he's starting the round. The Jet and the Rays. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna do something crazy up mid? Sky Flash. Love to see it. Double satchel. Love to see it. Jet dash. Love to see it. The Jet's going forward.
things you never thought you would
And now
do.
they swing together. Swing together.
Any of us
Holy, they
once.
swung
How
together.
the hell did we get there? So no wonder.
Holy, they
It's something we don't want to do on our own.
What's coming up next? What will crew cook
You're born
on this
with
beast
love,
plate?
and life is about choosing the right place to pause. We'll talk about that a lot. It feels right. It feels right. It's easy. But I'm not sure that's true.
Oh my God, Davies is about to have
It
the
takes
ultimate, the
strength
showstopper, ladies
to
and
know what's
gentlemen.
right.
He's coming out top. Khalil with 2 nice kills. God, Khalil is so good. Davies, though, he trades it out, gets the showstopper. 3rd kill on the round. Look at him cracking open the sight. Amazing gameplay. Ball, what do you have in store for us next? Okay. On this next round, it's round 8. There's a minute 38 on the clock.
He did not mean
8's
to do
on
that
8.
circle.
Okay, 2 circles in mid. Those are really big circles. That could mean all types of stuff. There's a lot of utility and a lot of things in mid. Okay, so they're pushing up mid. The Astros gonna, okay. I mean, hey, Bola, a little bit of info here, dude. Any information? I mean, when you're pointing at the Rays, that's what we're talking about. Okay, there's an, what? I can see he was offering, dude. It's on the screen. So he's offering out. Okay, Peach, Davies gets the trade. Great. In the meantime, Meltzer is pushed up into the mailroom. USPS on the way. Here comes the USPS. Okay, yep, box.
He's like Houdini. Seriously, when the going gets tough,
Okay, Kesnet has an operator on attack. That is a little, okay, but also has the knives.
What I'm saying?
Question mark, but yeah, I'm rolling with it. All right.
You can have any future.
Makes sense. The dash behind. Craziness. Insanity.
That's blinded off.
I saw that too, Ball.
What do you think, Fed? If you take that
And now they're going into the still Khalil backside. What can he do? He's got the button. Is he feeling lucky? Yes, that's one.
Wonderful, because you look bonita. Do you not feel
What are you trying to illustrate to the people? Are crew supposed to be good? Are they supposed to? Can you write something?
Wait, is he gonna spell it out?
Freehanded. Kesnet, Davies, double duelist, double the fun. There we go.
Stands up for others. President, because all you see is every negative thing.
I learned so much, and I hope everyone at home learned a lot as well. Thank you guys so much for taking time to respond to MIPR.
And I think Crew's just going to win. Double duelist, double
Double the fun. Bucky, maybe you're lucky. Who knows? We'll find out next time. Dragon Ball Z. Okay, well, let's go ahead, though, and talk about MIBR. Because here's the thing. Yes, they did lose Too Loud last week.
Okay, stream chat सुनो. I'm gonna end the stream right here. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. तो bye, sayonara, नारिस पर कल मिलेंगे फिर दोबारा. Peace, love you. No homo. Or maybe, who knows?
And I didn't expect it personally, because what we saw at lock-in was so disjointed.